10 key skills to build the career in SAP. Okay, 10 key skills that how we can build our career in SAP. That's what we are going to talk about. Before I speak about on the topic, may I know, because we are talking about the functional consultant, right? If you have done a little bit of research on SAP, you might be already aware in SAP we have a different modules. Okay, if you have done some research and if you have gone through and if you find it out that okay, different module is there, and if you know which module is for you or which module interests you more, MMPP, SD, FICO, ABAP, there are so many modules. If you already know that, okay, this is the module I'm thinking I should learn, or I am learning, or I am working on this module, I want to know your module. Quickly on your modules on the chat. People who are very new, भैया मुझे नहीं पता है, I don't know what is SAP, I don't know what are SAP modules, I'm totally new to this, it's fine, not a problem. You can put NI, no idea. No idea is a very good idea. You will get an idea in today's session. Okay, so put NI if you don't have any session. If you already know your module, I want your module name over the chat. Okay, so we have here PP, MM, FICO, IBP, Ariba, TM, SD, PP, FICO. Okay, so many messages. PM, PM and MM. Okay. Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos. So you can see here we have a diversified participants, different modules. So I will try to speak about a common language which you all be able to understand, which will make sense for all of you. That's what I would try to speak about. Now, the first thing, if you want to become SAP functional consultant, the first thing you need to know, in which functional track you are going to do a consulting. Okay, in which functional track you are going to do a consulting. That's what you need to identify. You need to identify your functional module. That is one of the basic question which I feel that a lot of people has, a lot of people struggle, and a lot of people go into the analysis paralysis mode. I have few people coming into my step up circles for 3 to 4 months and still asking me question ki, shall I do this module? Shall I do that module? Shall I do this or that? So a lot of confusion people have ki, bhaiya, what is the right module for me? In which area I need to do the SAP consulting? Before I jump into that also, because we are talking about the SAP functional consultant, there can be some audience who does not know what SAP functional consultant do. Bhaiya batao to sahi ki ye prani karta kya hai, right? So SAP functional consultant would be the people who would be going to the business. They would try to understand their business process, and they would be the expert of one of the area. SAP consultant cannot be the high level solution architect and the design leads would be, but core consultant would be focused on one particular area. I'm focused onto the sales. I'm focused onto the distribution. I'm focused onto the manufacturing. I'm focused onto the sourcing part. I'm focused onto the finance part. So each individual areas, there would be a particular consultant who would be expert in that particular business area, right? That would be his expertise area. That would be the area in that he would be working. So that functional consultant would be going to the business. He would be understanding that business function. Just give me a minute. So that functional consultant will go to the business. They will try to understand their business, how they do their business in specific area. And then they would be having a knowledge of SAP, and they will try to explain them that, okay, boss, you are doing the business process in this way. SAP proposed this way. So if you want to implement SAP, your business process can be adopted in SAP. And to adopt in SAP, these kind of different configurations would be required, or these kind of different master data setup would be required. And this is the way we would be operating the process in SAP. This is a transaction code step by step we'll be doing. These are the different Fiori applications we'll be using it to conduct your business process in SAP. So they will try to fit the business process into the SAP. SAP is very complicated software. That's why the demand is very high. That's why the pay scales are also very high. That's why so many consultants are required. So that would be not that easy. It's not that the plug going into the socket or socket going into this thing that tuck fit ho gaya. No, it would be very difficult, and it would require months of discussion to fit a business into a SAP that what SAP proposed. And while you will try to fit in, it will never, in my 18 years of career, whatever the projects I did, I never seen where everywhere it's got 100% fit. No, it will not fit. Every business is different. SAP has a very good best practices, but SAP best practice does not fit all the business 100%. Some places the fitment would be 60%, 70%, 80%, 85 to 90% is very high fitment. We have reached for some of the clients where they are not very big in the business and their business was not very complicated. Otherwise, there would be a gaps. That gap, functional consultant will try to fulfill by proposing a design. We need to do an additional development here. And for the additional development, they would be proposing a design that this way the additional business process can be put it up. And then the functional consultant would be working as a bridge between the technical consultants who write the code. Technical consultant who write the code, they will be acting as a bridge. They will be explaining this business wants, and technical consultant will write the code. They will prepare it, give it to the functional consultant. Functional consultant will test it and then explain and deliver it to the business. A lot of people also have a question कि यार ये functional consultant को coding भी करनी पड़ती है क्या? नहीं करनी पड़ती. You don't need any technical background to be a functional consultant. No need. Only the business background you need. Without business background also you can become a consultant, but it would be a little difficult journey. It would be a little difficult journey, but it's still possible. I will tell you how you can do it, right? Okay. So now the thing comes ki bhaiya, how we will be selecting our module. So let's focus on that, ki how we would. So for module selection, अरे यार तो बहुत बड़ा हो गया है. Let me make it short. So a lot of people come and asking Parminder, what is the market में क्या गर्मा गर्म चल रहा है? What is the hot in the market? Opportunities जिसमें सबसे ज़्यादा है, पैसा जिसमें सबसे ज़्यादा है, money is a lot there. Tell us those modules. We want to learn only that. बहुत पैसा कमाना है, पैसा पैसा पैसा, right? I said, boss, no, this is not an approach. This is not a right approach. This can be the part of the approach, but if you start with कि market में जो सबसे गर्म है, I just learned that and I want to do that. That is not a right approach. Always when you need to select your module, because every module, I started my career with PP, just to let you know. Then I switched to the MM, SD. I also worked on TM part, also transport management. So I did multiple things once I got into it. So from PP also, I was able to grow like anything. It's not like that MM and FICU has not grown. In each of the track in SAP, you will find that 20% of the people are making a lot of money. Okay, and then there would be some people who would be below average, they would be getting it. Every module will get the same criteria. So what you need to do, you select your module and become an expert in that one. And from one module, you can also grow to the other modules once you learn one, right? So the growth opportunities would be there. You can switch from one to another or add on the other modules in future. So, but selecting the first module is critical and you should select it carefully. But you should also not spend too much of time of selecting. That's what I call it, that analysis paralysis, right? People go into analysis mode, that paralyzed them. They just ended up only doing analysis and no actions. It happens with many people. I am also one. In many cases, I do it. Now I have learned that there's no need to do a lot of analysis. Just mark, I will be doing analysis for a day, 2 or 3, and then pick it up and start doing the actions, right? So if you want to select your module, okay, first thing I suggest you select based on your operations experience. If you have operations experience, if you have worked, operations experience means you have worked for any company, service-based company, manufacturing company, supply chain company, finance company, any company you have worked on, that will be that from where there you will be having some experience. You should try to select based on your experience, based on your working experience. You should try to select your module. Second thing, you can also try to select based on the interest. But yeah, I am very interested into the supply chain planning. That's what motivates me. That's what attracts me. And in my free time, I do a lot of search onto the Google. I do a lot of article reading. I do a lot of exploration on my own. So that's what where basically I have gained a lot of knowledge and I have a lot of interest and I want to go there. That would be the second thing. Based on your interest, you can select it. If you said ki bhaiya, I don't have any operational background, मेरे को तो कोई experience ही नहीं है, I'm a fresher starting from zero, tell me what to do, and I'm new to SAP, I want to do SAP, but I don't know that what is my interest area because I have not worked, so my interest area also has not developed. Then you can try to go and check based on your education background also. You can try to select modules, right? Now, which module? I always prefer to start with some core modules. Okay. What are the core modules? I think I don't require this. SD, sales and distribution, PP, which is also called manufacturing or production planning, MM, which is also called sourcing and procurement, FICO, which is finance and controlling, and success factors. These would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 core modules are there where you can start off with. If you're into the logistics side, you have modules into the SD, PP, MM. These three are the logistics module. FICO is a finance module. Success factor is a module for human resources, for the HR and the payrolls related work. So if you have done something into the sales and marketing, you can select the SD module, operations, or in your MBA studies or in another study, sales and marketing is there. You can try to select SD1, sales and distribution. If you have been part of the manufacturing, or if you have done the, and if you have like done the mechanical engineering, civil engineering, you have been done the internship into the manufacturing industries, or you have worked into the manufacturing industry, PP is the right module for you. You can go ahead with the PP module. If you have worked into the supply chain sourcing, or if in your MBA or another subject you have worked onto the supply chain management, you have worked, you can also try to select MM as a module. If financial and accounting, if you belong from the accounting background, you can select FICO. If you are done your MBA or in the graduation, the HR related subjects was there, then you can go ahead with the success factor. So this is the way you can select your modules, right? Now I would be quickly asking, do anyone has any question in the module selection? Quickly put it on the chat. I would be picking top 4 or 5 questions and try to answer them. And then later on, we'll be jumping into the detailed question and answers once I complete the full topic. Just give me a minute by the time you are asking the questions. Guys, only my video is required. You can stop your videos, okay? Samir is asking, what is the full form of SD, PP, MM, please? SD is sales and distribution, which is also known as only sales, also we call it in S4HANA. PP is production planning, okay? We also call it manufacturing module also in S4HANA. MM is materials management. The new name for MM is sourcing and procurement in S4HANA. Thank you, Mehdi, for already replying to this. What is IBP module? IBP is integrated business planning. If you want to, if you're interested in IBP, I have done into these sessions, I have done one session, I think a month back, I have done the journey to the solution architect. How you can become a solution architect, right? That full session I have done. In that one, I have shown that if you want to go into the planning side, how you can approach for the IBP. IBP is the integrated business planning. We also have a trainings for that. That is basically help you to do the planning side of it, to do the end-to-end planning in your enterprise structure, your sales and operations planning, your demand planning, your material requirement planning, your inventory optimizations. Those kind of planning functions can be done on IBP. If you are interested in IBP, I don't suggest any fresher to directly jump onto IBP. It's a complex module. First, if anybody is interested in IBP, my suggestion would be first learn a core PP module. Okay, so the one start which I always recommend with the core modules, and then jump into the some advanced modules. There are people who said कि भैया मेरे को TM करना है, I want to do transport management, I want to do EWM, right? Very good modules, it has a very good high demand into the market. But my suggestion would be learn a core module first. These are the core logistics module, then top up with another module. So if you're looking for IBP, do PP first and then do the IBP. That was a question from Ashutosh. Rajesh is asking, what if SAP basis consultant wants to switch to functional modules? Very much you can do, very much. Just go to our YouTube channel. Bhupender Raman just gave again the YouTube channel link. On top, you will find the success stories. And there we have a success story of a couple of people who came to us as a basis consultant, and then we have converted their profile as a functional consultant. Right now, they are working as a functional module consultant. So Balaji is asking, suppose a person is selected core module like MM, but it in the market what type of jobs can they apply for? If you select a core modules like MM, you can apply for sourcing and procurement. Sourcing and procurement is one of the module which is very widely used. So you can apply for the MM consultant and sourcing and procurement consultant jobs you would be able to apply for. If you want to do another module along with SD, which is Vijay is asking, I would strongly recommend SD with TM would be a very good option. Pankaj, your question I have already answered. Yes, sourcing and procurement is the latest version of the MM module. MM syllabus is also covered in this sourcing and procurement. You can check our master link. I will show you our training links. You can check it that what are the topics we are covering in sourcing and procurement. We have stopped calling it MM. MM was actually in ECC. In S4HANA, it's sourcing and procurement. So when we are doing a training, we have stopped doing a MM ECC training 7 years ago. Now we only from last 6-7 years, we are only training on S4HANA sourcing and procurement. So even we don't compare with the MM part. Okay, a lot of questions are there. The people who has not got their answers, please copy paste your question, and the last few questions would be answered when I will be covering the further topics. Okay, when I will go and jump into my little bit more into the mind map, your questions would be answered. Okay, so people who does not have a question answered, when we jump into the question and answer session, just put your questions again. So once you have selected your module, once your module has been selected, the second key skill or second key thing is work onto the business processes. Always I give a lot of strength onto the business processes, because always try to learn that business is not made to use SAP. SAP is made so that business would be able to get help on it. So business is always a priority. SAP is not a priority. Business has more priority. So a lot of people also come and ask me कि SAP का future क्या है? Functional consultant, AI is coming now. I did a very detailed session in the last on AI impact on SAP. So the people who has joined the last session, you would be very aware about it. But I always talk about if you're good into the business processes, okay, and if the technology changed, today SAP is there, tomorrow Oracle overpower it, or JDA come up with another solution, or some another software comes up. If you're very strong into the business processes, you know, the basic things does not change. Periphery of it, the screens, the layouts, the way we set up the master data, the way we set up the configuration, in the different tools, it would be different. But the language which business use would be same. The processes which business use would be the same. The complication which business will be having would be the same. The solution mindset which you require to answer, irrespective of the tool, would be same. So I give a lot of importance onto the business processes. I want all the functional consultant to be very strong onto the business processes. If you're strong onto the business processes, irrespective of the tool, your job would not be shaken. From SAP, if the 10 years down the line, Oracle comes, something else comes, you would be able to pick it up very quickly if you're strong into the business processes. You would be able to do a very good consulting if you're strong into the business processes. So always the second thing after selecting a module, try to work and understand deeper on the business processes. How? Kaise? You can learn through our courses, or don't waste the time. Just do the Google, and Google will tell you a lot of things about the business process. Just increase your curiosity, and that curiosity will end you learning a lot of things. So let's say if you select sales and distribution, right? In sales and distribution, we have a different processes like order to cash, inquiry to order, make to sell, consignment processes, third-party sales processes, intercompany sales, intra-company transfers. These are just a lot of things in there in SD module. Different pricing solutions, free goods scenarios are there. So many different deep scenarios are available in SAP SD module. So in SAP SD module, it exists because it exists in business. So if you are trying to understand what are those business processes, why those business do those processes, then you would be able to understand what mapping SAP has done, what kind of transactions SAP has given, what kind of master data setup SAP has given, or what kind of configuration to fine tune the business process as per the business requirement SAP has given. You would be able to understand better if you know ki, bhaiya, what is consignment process, why we do it, what kind of business opt for it, what business benefit it has it. So work on those things. These are very important. We always, in all of our training, we start from the business process and then we take deeper into that, how it would be implemented in SAP. But if you're already working, thinking onto these modules, start working on the business processes. A lot of, I was talking to two of my friends, and even I also face that when we take the interviews, we ask some people, okay, tell me about the consignment. They straight away jump into the item category, this happened, that happened, straight away into the configuration and the things. Nobody explain about the business, why it is required, why you will consult and suggest a business that this process you need to implement. Why? What conditions business would be having for that business process? So have a good hand. You would become a very good consultant. I'm giving a quick examples of business processes. Let's say if you talk about MM or sourcing and procurement, I would keep shifting between MM and sourcing and procurement, because MM is still the famous name. But when I'm talking about MM, it's actually the sourcing and procurement only, right? SAP S/4HANA sourcing and procurement. Procure to pay, request to receive, request to contract, pipeline procurement. क्या होगा pipeline procurement में? What happens? Which kind of material? Why I need to do it? Which business would be adopting to it? What benefit? Why pipeline, not the another way of procurement? Consignment process in MM and consignment process in SD would be different. What would be the difference? What would be the inter and intra company transfer? Plan to purchase, how the planning will happen for the procurement we want to do it. What is subcontracting process? What is job work process? What is the difference between those two? These all are business language. It's not SAP language. SAP has just adopted from the business. So you need to understand these business language, these business processes, and then learning of SAP will become easy for you. PP, plan to produce, make to order, make to stock, Kanban process, production for process industry, repetitive manufacturing, scrap and rejections, how it need to handle, reworks, how it need to handle. FICO, account receivable, account payable, asset management, financial reporting, month-end closing, so many. These are just examples. I can put 15 to 20 notes for the business processes. I just want to give you high-level examples. So that is the point number 2. That is the point number 2. Okay, that you need to know to the business processes. Now, the third skills which need to come, and it's very important, nobody talks about it, but it's very important. Third skill is basically, which I put it as a visualization, but what I call it as a common sense. A very good quality, which is not very common, is common sense. All these business processes which I'm talking about, it's not a rocket science. Okay, believe me, it's not a rocket science. Anybody can understand, anybody can do it, but people fail to put a common sense onto the processes. SAP uses a common, if you don't know how SAP has put it, these things into the system, in SAP system, but if you will try to answer something from the common sense, yeah, it's a common sense process that if sales need to happen, it would be starting from the sales document, sales order must be there, right? So that kind of common sense, if you will try to apply, you would be able to answer most of the questions, or you will be able to easily understand most of the things. So to understand these business processes, I want you to try to visualize the end-to-end business process. That's why all the people who are, anybody is there who is doing the graduation and post-graduation? Let me know. Put G for graduation and PG for the post-graduation. Anyone who is currently going through the graduation or post-graduation? Okay, we have people, we have Ashutosh, we have Puneet, Ashutosh. Okay, so the people who are doing from graduation and post-graduation, they have not worked onto these business processes. It would be difficult. How do we understand how these business processes happen, right? So I always emphasize a lot onto the internship. Okay, whenever I speak for the colleges in BE, BTech, I talk to the people, and I found that 60 to 70% of the people, they have just done internship on the paper. They have not gone into any industry. I did serious internship when I did my mechanical engineering. After the second year and third year, I went into the manufacturing plants, spent a lot of time there so that I understand the full manufacturing processes. That helped me a lot when I was doing the consulting. Okay, so if you are doing the graduations, if you are doing the post graduations, take your internship very seriously, do with some good companies where you would be able to understand the business processes. Okay, try to do that. But if you don't get a chance, you can do a lot of Googling. You can see the things into the YouTube. Now internet has opened all of the things. Even though you are not there, still with your research you can do it. Just try to visualize it, that if you are doing this make to order process or plan to sell process or order to cash process, what are the things would be there? If you are into the try to put yourself into a role that I am a buyer, or I'm a sales clerk who is taking a sales orders. Okay, what kind of things would be happening with me? Try to go into the simulation mode, try to go into the visualization mode. That will help you a lot. Whenever I do a consulting and I want to do any business, recently I jumped into a construction industry I have done, right? I have never worked onto the construction industry. In my initial job career, I worked for 6 months. So from there, I was having some idea. But before going to my new client, I spent some time onto the Google searching of what happened into the construction industry. How do they do manufacturing of the big concrete elements? What kind of processes they use? And I did a lot of I saw a lot of those processes, and I tried to figure it out if that company is doing what kind of processes they would be using. And generally, when I go into the consulting, the first request I always made, yeah, I want to do a plant visit. I want to spend some time with your operation people to see how they do the procurement processes, how they do the manufacturing processes, how the logistics transfer happen, how the sales orders has been taken and the deliveries has been made, how the invoices is going to be created. I try to see that process so that I can visualize how this is how the business process is happening. If you are able to visualize it, you would be able to map it easily on SAP. Okay, so many places because of COVID, you will not get a chance to visit the plants, and you would be sitting like over the table, like I am sitting to you with your clients, and you need to design their processes. So that visualization technique will help you out. Try to put yourself into the other people's shoes, into your end user shoes, and try to see the things from their angle, their side. Then you would be able to become very good consultant. Okay, so these are the point number 3. Let's jump into the point number 4. Point number 4 is find out a structured course. Once you have done this, you have a idea, this module, under this module, this kind of processes happens. I have a little bit of brief of idea. This is how the business would be operating it. Now, भैया SAP में कैसे होता है? So next thing is you need to find a structured course. Now, a lot of people are able to fail it because right now it's not about the knowledge. Okay, knowledge is everywhere. Now the problem is the structured knowledge, structured process. If you will try to learn anything on SAP, you don't need me. You don't need anyone else. If you just went into the Google search and try to search, there are so many things, so many videos are already available. Okay, there are so many things which you can freely use and you would be able to learn from it. But that has become another problem where people are not able to succeed. Too much of information. You would be jumping into the one topic and another thing will open. YouTube will get you to another thing. One link will take you to another thing. And you would be feeling, yeah, 3 months, I'm just roaming around on 1 or 2 topics only. The way, because SAP is ocean. SAP is, I'm 18 years into SAP, still I'm learning. Every day I learn something. So it's a big ocean. So to get into SAP job, there's a lot of things in SAP. Okay, but what you need to know so that you can start your first SAP job as a consultant, that is important. Okay, I can create, believe me, I can do one course, I can pick it up, I can create 800 hours of content only on single course. That much level of depth we can go in, right? But whether that much level of depth anybody would be able to digest, whether people would be able to, I have done the experiments, people are not. I have done 150, 160, 120 hours of online trainings, and believe me, people are not able to digest that. So a structured way, a structured content, what is required, what you need to do it, that structured way a course is required, which you should go ahead, find it out. You find it ahead with the Shastra Geek solution, or you find it out from anywhere else. But I strongly recommend you that if you're going with SAP, try to find it out a structured course and go with that structured course. That with that, you would be able to quickly learn a module within the period of 2 to 3 months. Okay. Otherwise, I see people, I do a lot of one-to-one career counseling. Like people come to me, they are learning SAP for 3 years now. 3 years from here, they have taken some Udemy course. From there, they have taken something from some Hyderabad. They have tried to take a server access, something worked, something not worked, and they have wasted their 3 years of time. It happens with many of you. It happens, right? So don't go to that. Just find it out one right channel and stick to it. It's very important. So if you want to do the courses with the Sastra Geek, so we are starting on 22nd April. We are starting the new batches for SD, MM, PP, and FICO. New batches are starting from 22nd April. Initial sessions would be happening on the weekend, and then we'll be shifting into one weekday and one weekend session. So these are the links. You can take a screenshot or you can go through the links for SD course, MM course, PP course, FICO course. So this course is how I have made. I'm giving you the bundle link. In bundle, everything has been put it together. So I try to put all of my experience here. I'm into the teaching business from more than 10 years, but from last 7 years, I'm dedicatedly working onto the SAP projects and 50% onto the SAP teaching. So 7 years ago, the way I was conducting the things and the way I do it now is very different because we have improved over that period of time. So I try to understand what all things you require to become SAP consultant, and everything I put it into a bundle and I put it together here. You might be requiring some recordings so that you can go through the recordings in your free time. I am covering a topic in the month of April or May, but you want to learn it today. So all the recordings from the previous batch is available. You can go through the recordings first from them. You need a server access, 3 months of server access is there. Job and mastery is there so that you would be able to get help to prepare your CVs and getting an implementation exposure. Everything is there. So this is the link. You can go through that link and try to explore it on your own. This is a bundle link. Okay. If you want a course curriculum, you can click it on here. Separate link are there for the separate price and everything. You will get it here. For the different countries, price can be different based on the taxations. The feedback, student feedbacks also, you can check it from here. And these are the things you will be getting. Step Up Circles, the today's session. That way, we have more than 100 hours of recordings from the previous session, which we have done on Sunday. A lot of people knock my door. Parminder, last to last Sunday, you did a very good session on that particular topic. And I get the recording, I missed it. So all these things, you would be able to join me live. And you would also be able to go through the recordings. Okay, that session you will be getting the mastery recorded content, instructor-led live sessions, weekday session, weekend sessions, interview preparations, then your certification preparation, access to the job and mastery, and all other success stories, the people who have already taken this course and they have successfully converted into the job, how they have done it, you can go through their success stories also. Okay, so that is a complete bundle with the server access, 3 months of server access. You can go through the links. Team, please share the links with everyone on the chat, although you can just take a snapshot of this. So once you have started this structured training, I don't want to tell you कि भैया मेरे से ही करो, कहीं से भी करो, but take a structured training and start working on a structured way so that within 3, maximum 4 months, you complete the module. Okay. When you are doing this structured training, the most important part and which many people miss is your hands-on and practical knowledge. Your hands-on and practical knowledge is very important. Many people try to only go through the theoretical books, utali books se kuch they have read, they have seen some video, and then they try to become a consultant. Few are able to succeed also. They are very smart people, speaking very good. Okay, they are able to, whatever things they have watched, they are able to visualize it and they are able to convert it. But that all is good. But one additional thing you need to do is hands-on practice on SAP system. That will give you a lot of confidence. Because when you will be going into the job, then you need to do a lot of things onto the SAP, right? And if you don't have a good hands-on, you will struggle there. So good hands-on and good practice is very much required. So we give the latest access. We have our lab is having SAP S4HANA 2022 system. This batch, which we are starting from April, would be happening on S4HANA 2022. 3 months of server access we give it. Most of our students just keep on taking server access from us, because even though they have succeeded, even though they are working in the working environment also, when you will go actually see a lot of places, whatever the access you get from the client, some places you will not get a sandbox access. Some places you will not be getting access, proper access. You, even it's a sandbox access or the quality system access, there would be very restricted access to you. You cannot do much of the things. Okay, so in those cases, you don't have a proper access, but you still want to learn more. So most of our students just keep on taking server access from us in the bundle of 3 months. 3 months, we give it complimentary, and then you can subscribe it more with the 3 months bundles. Okay. So this helps you to do the practice onto the system and to go through and learn the business scenarios. You should try to do minimum things. You should try to do always do in this sequence. In our training also, we do in this sequence. If you are doing somewhere outside, try to follow this. This is a very good one. Try to just run some scenarios, 1 or 2 basic scenario, try to run in SAP end to end. Okay, with subsets already set it up, configuration already set it up, master data. Just try to do as kind of an end user, 1 or 2 scenario. Then try to create your own enterprise structure, try to create your own configurations, and then try to set up your own master data. With your own master data, with your own configuration, try to run end-to-end scenario. You will be getting a lot of error in that process. But that a lot of error will make you learn a lot of things. That will make you a consultant, right? So when you will be setting up that, okay, now this is my business in US Foods Limited, and they are producing this particular product, how I would be setting that business in SAP, what kind of enterprise structure I need to put it up, what kind of master data I need to put it up, so that they can do their order to cash process or procure to pay process, okay, or make to order process. Then you would be learning a lot of things, and that hands-on in system will give you a lot of confidence. You would be able to answer a lot of things with confidence if you have done a system hands-on during the interviews. Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos. Okay, now in this one, now I have already covered few things, okay, and few things more I want to cover, okay. I want you to ask you, as per you, what would be the key thing, key skill would be there, which anybody who want to become SAP functional consultant, he must do that based on the learning so far, or there are few points more I need to cover. You can also think about the things which I have not covered so far. What can be the key things can be there, and you need not to answer into here in Zoom. I want you to answer over the LinkedIn. With this link, you can also get connected with me, and on the daily basis, we share a lot of content over the LinkedIn. So let me put it here. Okay. So this is the LinkedIn link. You can go it, you can get connected with me, and you can try to answer it over here. That what is most important skill to become a SAP consultant? Okay, answers over the comments. Quickly, I will give you, this is a quick assignment for you, a quick break, whatever the things you have learned based on that you can type. And I have only covered 5 or 6 skills, right? Still 4 skills are pending. So what do you think, what other skills would be there which I have not covered so far? I want you to quickly go there, get connected with me over the LinkedIn, put a comment there, and after putting a comment, you can come into the Zoom chat and mention as a done, D-O-N-E, done, once the comment has been done, okay? D-O-N-E, done. Quickly. So Avinash, you need to go into the link which I have given. I hope I have given to everyone, and mention the comments there, and in the Zoom chat mention as a done. In meantime, I would be going through some of the questions which I have missed. I will see if there are some questions are there. A lot of question has been already answered by my team members, so I will just skip those ones. Vinod is asking, I'm looking for a structured training. Can I get 10 minutes from you once you finish after this call? I can join your training also, just need a little bit of understanding. Vinod, yes, at the end of the session, I can have a one-to-one word with you, not a problem. During this, when the most people would be left the session, we can have a word. Everyone quickly comment on the LinkedIn and mention done here. I'm already receiving comments. I will quickly go through them. Let me check if anything else I need to answer. Samir is asking that I have an interview to clear. Cleared round 1 with the PMO director. Now studying for round 2 with the client. Okay, that's good, Samir. But any question is there? Okay. Okay. Yeah, Vijay. So all the people who wants to talk, just stay till the last. I would be having a career-related session at the last. I will give you unmute access, and then we can have a word. Thank you, Snigdha, for done. Thank you, Mandeep. Emery said that I cannot see your screen. I hope you are able to see my screen right now. What I have open is the LinkedIn. Thank you, Sukhvinder. Thank you, Taranpreet. Thank you, Aditya. Okay, let me see what comments we have received. Business process, Harsh said. Aditya, knowledge on business process and SAP knowledge. All covered from my side. Okay, let me refresh to check if you have some other comments also. Communication, Excel, teamwork. Very good points, Balaji. This is still I need to cover. Communication, Excel. I have not seen any SAP project happening without Excel. Excel become a very important tool. And there are a few people who are requesting me, ki, sir, Step Up Circle, do one session on Excel also, because Excel we need to use a lot in SAP projects. So very good, Balaji. Business process, SAP knowledge. Ajay said that a person must have some patience. Okay, that's good. Eager to learn, very good. During learning SAP any module, don't compare SAP with other ERP. Very good points, Ajay. Very good points. End-to-end business process on at least 1 to 2 minimum industries, you should be knowing it. That Rajesh said, that's correct. Thank you. Thank you, everyone who has responded. Thank you very much. You should not only into this post, you should try to put it in your practice, because that is also coming. One of the things is LinkedIn is another key which you need to use for your career growth. Okay, to become SAP functional consultant, LinkedIn will help you a lot. So LinkedIn will help you to create a network. And believe me, earlier it was for the experienced consultant, LinkedIn was helping. Now for the new consultant also, they are getting a job interview schedule from the LinkedIn. And the people, like my experience, whatever the things I'm getting it, very good opportunities. Okay, from Europe, from UK, from USA, I'm getting it. 90% of it is coming through my LinkedIn network. Through the LinkedIn, people are approaching me. So that's why I always say LinkedIn is a gold mine. So try to browse LinkedIn more. Try to do this comment onto the end. Comment should be with a lot of value. You can try to create your own content, or you can comment on another people, or you can reshare. But whenever you are doing commenting or reshare, it should be having your own opinion into it, right? That's way also you can help to increase your visibility over LinkedIn. Okay. All the other people who are still not done, mention as a done. Okay. You are missing some part of the LinkedIn. You are missing some visibility over the LinkedIn. Okay. So go there. Maybe later on also you can go there, mention and mark your thoughts that what do you think as per your knowledge, what is the key skill to become as a SAP consultant? Or you can just put some notes which you have done from this session. Okay. Now I'm moving to the point number 6, exposure to support and implementation projects. Now, exposure to support and implementation project is also key. That is what I have learned during my initial three years of training. And I started a lot of one-to-one career counselings. I did more than now at a day, I think it's 2,400 and 2,500 plus students. I have done career counselings to understand why people are not able to become successful, where people are struggling actually. And then I found it that people also go into the SAP, they spend 4 lakh rupees of course in SAP, and they are still not able to succeed it. What is the difference? The difference I found it that between the SAP knowledge and between what you require to implement in SAP, there is a gap. You know the module, right? But how this module knowledge will be going into a project for the implementation or as a support, what kind of things you need to do it as a consultant, that knowledge is lagging. So to cover that knowledge, I created a program, SAP Job Hunt Mastery. Right now, we give it as a complimentary. Right now, that program, we give it as a complimentary to all of the students who does the mastery. So it is very important that you get exposure to a support and implementation project, because a lot of questions would be asked to you that, okay, have you experienced to end-to-end implementation? A lot of people come to me and said, everywhere, whoever wants, they need minimum 1 to 2 end-to-end implementation project exposure. From where I can get it? From where I can get it, right? So that's where basically you will have to have implementation project exposure. What kind of things happens in implementation? You should know in detail. And what I started with this program to give you a full overview that if you are a consultant, if you are working in a project, in a support project, or in an implementation project, in each phase of the project, what activities you would be doing, what documents you would be preparing, whether functional specification, business blueprint document, fit to gap standard, fit to gap workshops, what kind of different questions you would be asking to the business so that you get the right requirements. All these things I have put it into the SAP Job Hunt Mastery so that you can visualize yourself as a consultant working in a project. So once you go through these videos 2 to 3 times, okay, then you would be able to visualize. I have explained a real-time project which I have done with all of the business example, business exposure. This was a business. There the factory was there. Here the manufacturing was happening. From there we were doing a sales and procurement. Everything I have explained. And then how we have put in that business into SAP, that also I have explained in detail with each document. So with that, you would be able to get the implementation exposure. Then you would be able to showcase something. Then it comes to sir, knowledge to aage, how we can showcase in our CVs that we have done one end-to-end implementation. And some people struggle, sir, okay, these are the videos, but I really want to create a business blueprint with my hands. I want to really create a functional specification with my own hands. How I can do all of these things? What is the different ways we can use it to do all of these things? Then I understand, okay, Job Hunt Mastery is giving a lot of benefit. Let's start the internship programs. So we started the internship program. In internship program, we create a group of people, SD, MM, PP, FICO, ABAP. These are generally 5 trade we included. And we try to create a simulation project. Not try, we create it. We have done the multiple project deliveries with that. We create a simulation project. And under this simulation project, these consultants need to have a discussions with each other. I would be giving them an assignment and they need to complete that project delivery from their side as a SD, MM or PP consultant. That is also giving a lot of additional advantages to people, that now they are able to feel, okay, how the discussion would be happening, what kind of things would be happening in project, what kind of documents would be there. They have done, once you see a functional specification and once you write a functional specification, there's a lot of difference. Once you write 1 or 2 functional specifications, your understanding level or your speaking and the confidence will go into the 8 to 10 times. Okay, until unless you have not done it, it's something kind of hawa for you. Some ghost is there. I don't know what it will do for me. Functional specification, business blueprint document, such a big terminologies. I don't know what kind of big documents are those. Until unless you don't work on them, they surprise you. They say that, okay, what, I don't know what it isn't, but when you start working on them, then you would be able to speak about that. Okay, you have created those documents. and you would be able to explain in the interviews also. One of our PP consultant, as a fresher, he went and he was only selected because interviewer was very impressed with the way he has explained how to build a functional specification document. He said, boss, you are a fresher, you have not worked anywhere as a consultant. How do you know that? And he talked about that he has done the internship, he has created those documents. Interviewer become very impressed, and they have just only because he explained functional specifications, the guy got selected. Right? So this both you will be getting. You can get the SAP Job and Mastery, that is a complementary with the Mastery. Once you complete the Mastery, you can also do the internship program with us. As of now, we don't charge for the internship program, but we only give the internship program free of cost to the students who has subscribed with us the Mastery. And after the Mastery, we have one more course of excellence. So if you have subscribed both Mastery and Excellence, you would be able to take part as an internship. Internship, again, I'm speaking, it's not a training bath, it's hands-on. So if you are ready to work, to deliver, to complete the assignments, then join internship. That would be adding a lot of value. Thank you for all of the people who has mentioned done, Venkat, Pankaj, Puru, Sanjay, Pradeep, Rajesh, Arpit. Thank you very much for your comments over the LinkedIn. I'm now jumping into the point number 7, soft skills. This is at the point number 7, but don't take it lightly. This is a very important skills which you should have. Soft skills are important. Communication skills. You know, whoever comes to me, he said, sir, job lag jayega kya, whether I will get a job. I said, you will get a job. People said, what is guarantee, sir, that if I do this job, this course, I will get a job? In my heart, I think, but I don't tell. You're doing a 30,000 rupees course, right? And you have done spent your 14, 15 years on education, your 10 plus 2 education, your graduation, post-graduation. If those does not give you a guarantee to get a job, how can a 30,000 rupees course can give you, right? But still I tell them, and because I have a confidence, I tell them there's a 200% guarantee. If you complete what I have given to you, you complete the course, you complete the assignments. I don't have any single students who is not able to get placed. But I put a asterisk mark there. You should be having a decent communication level. You should be having a decent communication level. If the communication levels are like that, that you are not able to express yourself, okay, if you're not able to express yourself, then SAP knowledge even will not help you, because these jobs, SAP consulting, these are the consulting jobs, right? Consulting jobs require a lot of talking, a lot of expressions, a lot of trainings you need to give to your client, a lot of discussion with the clients you need to do it. So communication would be the key. Okay, so all of the people who are working and improving their SAP knowledge also work on communication. You will not believe me. With the trainings, we also started with consulting. We have recently onboarded 3 to 4 consultants who would be working into our client side for the consulting part, right? I have done around 40 to 50 interviews to select the candidates who would be working from SastraGig to these different companies. And out of this 40 to 50, you will not believe, almost 25 to 30 got rejected. Basic reason for the rejection was communication, because client can compromise on the SAP knowledge, but they have clearly said, we will not compromise on the communication. The guy need to work from India, but they need to have a communication with Europe, with America, with the different countries around the world. So SAP knowledge, if you don't know something, he can do Google and he can find the answers, but the communication skills should be very good. So even I also, right now also, I keep on improving my communication skills. Okay, I didn't get born with these communication skills. I'm still learning it, right? So this is one of the things which I tell to everyone. Okay, boss, when you're learning to these courses, also work on your communication. Okay, there can be some jobs where you will not be able to have a proper SAP knowledge. Okay, some people have a good SAP knowledge, but when a question has been asked to them, they are not able to express it. they are not able to answer it, right? Some people know less, but when it has been asked to them, they are able to explain it in very well way. They are able to express themselves. If they know 8, they are able to express 10, right? So that people got selected more into the interviews. Now, okay. Communication, how you can improve the communication. Now, when I talk about the communication does not mean English. English is not, English is a part of the communication, but English is not only thing which means the communication. I am very poor in the English. Okay. If you see me, my education comes from, belong from very small town. Within small town, I had done all of my studies from the Hindi medium school, a very low level school. Nobody knows the name also. Okay. And I did my first presentation, the first time I explained something, that was when I was 23-year-old. Before that, I have never faced any stage, right? So I also belong from that background. If I go and take this profile to my teachers who have teach me on primary level, when my mother always goes to them and they said that this guy, we don't know whether he can speak. He have never had a word with us in the through ear. That's my teacher's comment, right? So, okay, it will take a little bit of time to open, but what things I was discussing is about the communication. Communication is not about the language. Okay, communication, you do the first communication. What is the first communication and what is the first and the most important thing in your communication? Quickly, let me get the answers on the chat. What do you think? What is the first and the most important thing in the communication? Quickly over the chat. Puru said greeting. Very good, Puru. Understanding, eye contact, express clearly, selection of the words, confidence to speak. You need to be able to connect, express what you know, mutual understanding, listening, communication. Listening is also a very good point. I know a lot of people, they would start speaking, but they have not listened what to speak. And they would be ending up speaking what has not been asked. So if you're not a good listener, you cannot be a good speaker also. The first and the most important thing which I consider in the communication is, as soon as you meet some person, right? Before the words goes, okay? Before my words comes to you, my face reach to you, right? So the first and the most important thing which I consider in the communication is your smile on your face, right? Even I have not speak anything, is I'm just smiling. It means that I like you. I already expressed some messages. My eyes are showing it up. So it's not only the words, okay? Before words, your face comes in front, right? And that also speaks a lot, right? The way you do the greeting, okay? I said, hello, everyone. I hope you all are able to hear me, and we'll be starting something. If I speak with this, and if I speak, hey, everyone, I'm here, Parminder here, and welcome to the Step Up Circles. I hope you all are able to hear me loud and clear. You know, the way you greet, the way you generate the energy, right? That also impact a lot. Okay. When you speak something, you speak with the smile, you speak with the excitement. The way you speak, even though it's a high hello, is not something like hi-fi grammar we are talking about, right? But the way you speak, that also generate a lot of impact, right? So first thing is your greeting. The people who said greeting, as per me, they are right, but all the answers are very correct. First thing is greeting. In greeting, to me, is just a smile. A smiley face is a very good communicative face, at least without words. He tell everyone that, okay, I'm happy to meet you. All right. So that the way of your greeting, the way of your smile, that's the most valuable thing you carry with yourself, and it's free to carry. No cost to it. Right. So that is the most important thing. So I'm not talking about a very hi-fi grammar, a very hi-fi punctuations, or very hi-fi vocabulary when you are speaking about it. I'm talking about that you should be able to express yourself. Many clients, okay, in India, I have seen that where they speak in Hindi, and the people also, consultant also speak Hindi. Still in Hindi also, they are not able to express themselves, right? So communication means that you should be able to express yourself well. How I improved my communication, I tell you, and I always tell people that go and read this book. Even in the success stories, if you have seen few of my success story, we have distributed a lot of, I think 100 of books we have distributed. How to win friends and influence people. That has a lot of influence on my life. I want all consultants to read it. This is a book for life. Okay. It will improve the way you work in office. It will improve your consulting career. It will improve your relationships with your family members. It will also improve your relationship with your friends. You would be able to make more friends. Okay. So this is a book about life, but I consider it's very good for the communication because it talks about all of these basic things, okay, which has not been taught into some, even in some good B schools also, right? All the basic things, how you need to write a email. Even email also is a part of communication when you will be doing during your consulting, right? So how you need to write an email. It's not that the good English you need to write, because you need to always remember the opposite part. The if I'm talking to you, if I'm writing an email to you, the opposite part is not a machine who's reading it, right? Nowadays with AI, maybe machine is also responding, but generally it's not a machine. It's, you know, that the people who are reading it, they don't go with logic. The people who are reading it or the people who are listening to me, they are governed by emotions, right? Emotions are the key, right? So I recommend everyone, if you want to improve your communication, it will not help you to improve your English, but it will help you to improve your communication. Go and read How to Win Friends and Influence People, a very good book. Nowadays, you will find a lot of posts which I am doing onto the LinkedIn. It's my, I think, fourth or fifth time I'm reading again this book. And now what I am doing, that whatever the things I'm reading it from this book, I try to convert into with my experience into the corporate world, my experience in the consulting world, and then I'm posting on LinkedIn. So in last 1 month, if you are following me onto the LinkedIn, a lot of posts you will see about the generic things, okay, that comes from this book. I take the content from this book, I add my experience on it and share with you. So that way, this is very important skills to have it, right? Improved office skills, office tool skills. That's what Microsoft tools. Excel is very important. A lot of data migration, data related work, monitoring, reporting would be happening on Excel. So have a good hand on Excel. Word, PPT, Microsoft projects. In one of the place where we want to put one candidate and the client was very specific, SAP cutover role, don't bring anyone who does not know Microsoft project. Microsoft project learning is not that difficult, but the client was very specific. Microsoft project to aana hi chahiye, right? So these kind of tools, you should add it. People know, people have a very good hand, but people does not mention in your CVs. Excel is a very good skill, and a lot of people also know that the Excel would be helping a lot. Okay, so mention those skills in your CVs also. Google Office tools, you can have an improved hand. This is the soft skills you need to add it because this would be helping in your consulting. Work on your profile. If you want to become a consultant, you need to get to select into an interview. For selecting into interview, your profile need to be shortlisted. For profile need to be shortlisted, what is the first thing you need to do? To get your profile shortlisted for interview, what is the first and one very important thing you need to do? Answers over the chat quickly. I'm getting, you are a very good audience. I'm getting a lot of very good answers from you. Let's keep on more answers. Let's have some more interaction. What is the one most important thing you consider to when you need to get your profile selected for interview? Let's see. Okay, I'm getting the answers. Okay. Oh, Vinod is also recommending a couple of more books. Okay, very good. I like these books. Okay. Make a good CV. Resume look is important. Presentation is important. Code words are important. Proper format, Vinod said. Vijay said that personal development need to be included. Personal skills need to be mentioned. A good CV. Highlight your previous work. Most recent project. Target experience. Bullet and fonts. Open to work. Open to work in LinkedIn. That's also good. Very good point, Sharath. Most relevant should be on the top. That's good.
Okay, that's all good. That's very good points. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Let me tell you, I told you I have done more than 2,400 now. Career counseling. Let me tell you that what is the most biggest thing people miss it. The biggest thing people miss it is even not creating their profile. The first thing, if you want to get your profile selected, your profile, your CV should be created. And I'm not sure you will be amazed or not, but I am amazed when I started looking forward. If you see my job and mastery, you see I start the job and mastery from the CV building. Okay. Why? Because when I did a lot of interview, I saw people, they're preparing on SAP for 9 months, 1.5 years, 2 years, even 3 years also they're preparing on SAP. And when I asked that, okay, how many job interviews you have faced? They said, I still don't feel confident. I have not still updated my profile. I'm still not available to market. Making yourself available to market is the first and the most important thing. You know that how long people do. If you are thinking now that, okay, you should go and apply for your jobs, what is the average time that the people will take to update your CV and make sure in the Naukri and LinkedIn it's available? What is the average time? Quickly, let's try to have a guess. Then I will tell you my analysis. Samir said 1 day. 5 seconds. I'm thinking I need to switch a job in 5 seconds. My profile should be available. I'm not saying that how long you should take. I'm asking generally people how long people take it. That's what I'm asking. 3 hours, 6 months, 15 days, 30 minutes. My experience said that if somebody is working on a very good profile and he want to shift his job, okay, and he's thinking that I need to shift here, I need to shift, the average time duration is 6 months to 9 months. Average time duration is 6 months to 9 months. People are so lazy to update their CVs and to get it posted. They would be only doing that when some hit came up, when they got an appraisal. Appraisal aa gaya, I didn't get anything. I was thinking to switch from 6 to 9 months. Nahi yaar, abhi now I will go and update it. Or they have a fight with their manager and then they said, okay, yaar, I want to leave it. So then they will update and do it. So when they think, okay, now it's a time for me to shift, and when they update, the person who is already working on a job is 6 to 9 months. The people who are not working, even for them also to update their profiles, the average time duration is 1 to 2 months people take it to update their CVs and profiles. Timing is very important here because this is not a game, only game about the knowledge. This is also game about the demand versus supply. Getting selected as SAP consultant is also demand versus supply. Suddenly demand boom came up, right? And with that demand boom, they need a lot of candidates. And you are not available in the market. And even the candidates are available with have a partial knowledge. They need somebody need to be put it on project. Some partial knowledge project people also will get selected because they are available in the market, right? So the first and the most important thing is to becoming available, creating your profiles, creating your good CV. First thing, people are missing with the good CVs. People are missing with the CVs. Even CV nahi hai unka. Second thing, people are missing with the good CV. A good CV, preparing a very good CV, putting it there, they know a lot of things, but it has not expressed through their profile, through their CV. You are a very good person, right? It's like you have made a very good biryani, but it is in your kitchen. You have never put it out for the serving. How people would be knowing that you make a very good biryani, right? So it's very important that your skill set need to be expressed in a very good and in a very correct way in your CV. Your experience need to be expressed in a very correct way. Your job description, your keywords should be available, which is asked into the job description. So it's not only people made a mistake that the CV is the thing which should represent them, right? CV is not the thing which should represent you. CV is the things or which you have done in the past. CV is the thing which should tell that what you can do it in future. Maybe you have not done in past. You have not done SAP consulting in past, but in future you want to do it, right? So your CV should be having all of the keywords which can engage with the job description which has been asked for the future job which you want to do. So keywords are very important because now all the works has been done with AI. Nobody manually screening your CV. If you have just mentioned sourcing and procurement, sourcing and procurement, sourcing and procurement, if you even missed SAP MM, your profiles might not be selected. Because if the job description is talking about SAP MM and SAP MM is missing in your profile, you are a very good consultant, you will not be selected. Keywords are very important. So SAP Job and Mastery, I spent almost 2 to 3 hours only people to explain how to build a good CV. Because the first firewall between you and your job is selecting of your CV. A good CV would be making you to cross the first firewall, right? So work on your profile, make a good CV, okay? LinkedIn profile matters. A lot of people, I also engage with them, they don't have a LinkedIn profile, right? Some places when we need to put candidates into the Europe or US, when we put their profile and they came back to us, we are not able to find this guy on LinkedIn. Some people come to us that they are, before taking an interview, they prefer to check the LinkedIn profile and then they want to take the interview. So LinkedIn profile matters. Make sure you have a LinkedIn profile. Your availability in the market is important. I ask my student, once the 50% course is available, done, you prepare your CV and make yourself available in the market. Point number 9 is build your network. LinkedIn is a gold mine. Okay, LinkedIn is a pure gold mine. You should make sure that you build your network on the LinkedIn. How to build the networks onto the LinkedIn? So you should build the content, and the content you can share it, right? And right now, all of the people, how many people are there who are learning, who are doing some SAP course, who are doing some graduations or post-graduation, who are into the learning phase? Put LF. If you are into the learning phase, if you're doing some learning, put LF into the chat window. You might be doing MBA, you might be doing BE, BTech, or you might have selected one module and you are learning that. Put LF. Okay, I have Balaji, I have Aditya, I have Badri, Srinath. So once you are into the learning phase, it's most easy for you to build your network. How? Because every day you are learning something, right? When you're learning something, I strongly recommend people to also create notes. When you're preparing, also create notes. Your daily notes, even you can go and share on the LinkedIn. You can just take a picture or you can convert your notes into, now it's very easy, right? If you have I prefer to have my notes on either onto the mind map or into my OneNote. So you can take your notes which you have prepared on it. You can copy those notes, put it on ChatGPT, make it into a shareable content. ChatGPT will improve all the language and other things. And that thing you can share it on the LinkedIn on the daily basis. You are learning something. You have learned a new T code today. Okay, what is this T code? What it can do, what it cannot do. Something you have learned, right? Share it over the LinkedIn. Sharing a content over the LinkedIn is the most easy way to grow your network. Once people see that you are generating content, you are generating some value for the community, they like to get connected with you. Use all the hashtags which is related to SAP and your module. Your visibility will increase. Try to see that in your area. I have also done one session. If you join me and take this training in SAP Step Up Circle, you will find a 2 hours of session, how to grow your LinkedIn network. I've done a 2 hours of session on that. So you will get all the details over there. But when you are learning something, that's the best way to grow your network, because every day you are learning something and you are learning a lot. Out of these, a lot of things, if you summarize it, or even a single topic, also very basic topic, also the basic topics get more hit than the complicated topics in the LinkedIn. The basic topics, even the language or the abbreviation also, if you have described and put it on the LinkedIn, your network will start slowly growing it. Okay. Reduce your time onto the Instagram and Facebook and increase your time onto the LinkedIn. You will get a lot of valuable information also, and you will also make a good professional connection, which can help you in future a lot to get very good job opportunities. Last but not the least, make sure you are part of the community. Okay. LinkedIn has a multiple community. You should be part of the LinkedIn community. We are also providing a community. We have a Telegram channel. So in the Telegram channel, we have dedicated, if you join SDMMPPFICO, you would be part of the dedicated Telegram channel where you would be able to collaborate with the another learners, right? So today itself, we have crossed 200 people onto our sourcing and procurement channel. There are 200 people learning together into the sourcing and procurement side, right? So you can communicate with them, they can guide you, you can ask the question, and always try to create a group. If you are coming and if your friend is also is there who wanted to learn, bring them in and always try to learn in a group mode. This is my personal experience. There are people joined us in individual, and there are also people join in the group of 2 or group of 3 or 4, 2, 3 friends know each other and they join together. I have 3 or 4 examples when when they started learning in a group, when they have each other monitoring that one is learning, another is not learning, they are pulling and pushing each other upwards, the chances of getting success a lot. A group of 4 people joined our SAP PP course, friends working in the same company. They all 4 was able to placed in very quick manner. Then a group of people of 3 students joined together in an SD group. They are all together. They did a lot of learning together. They all was able to get placed it. So in a group, our learning happens in a fast manner rather than an individual. So if you have your own group, that's very good. If you don't have your own group, we give you the community of Telegram, where you will be able to collaborate with each other. We are also working on some another advanced tools to have more collaboration into the communities through Teachable, but that will take 3 to 4 months down the line. But right now we are having this Telegram groups, which is working very well. People go there, ask the questions. I am there, trainers are there, they are responding back. Another people who have already done this, they are there. People who have done the course, they got placed, those are also there. You can ask them, okay, this is my CV. The people who are already placed, can you share my CV in your companies? A lot of things you can do in a group, in a community, right? A lot of help you can get it. People are asking their project relevant question, this project I'm facing this thing, whether anybody can help me out. And there are people who's giving their helping hands. So you can ask your question, you can learn together. And the most important thing, you can also try to resolve other people's questions. So if you get the answer of your question, your learning is 20-30%. But if you answer another people's question, your learning goes to 70 to 80%, your confidence level goes to 80%. Okay, so that is the key 10 skills from my side for becoming SAP functional consultant. We do our trainings throughout the year. Very latest batches starting in the month of April. Okay, the links has been given to you. If you want to join this 21st or 22nd April, please correct me, Aman, that what is the date? And we are starting 6:30 a.m. India Standard Time in the morning. Initial few session would be on the weekends, and then we'll be having one session on the weekend and one session on the weekday. That's what we will be following it up. So you can enroll for those trainings and you can jump in so that we'll be having a more live interaction in those trainings. Here I complete the first part, the top 10 skills. Now we will be having a dedicated discussion. First, I will go through the chats and then you can raise your hand. I will give you unmute access and then you will be able to ask your question. Okay, let me see what are the things on chat. The previous chat I have missed because my network my laptop got shut down. So whatever the chat I have, I will try to check from there. Emery is saying that Job and Mastery is the most comprehensive job preparation I have ever seen. For 3 years, I struggled at a mid-sized company as a solo functional consultant to learn those skills without the company having any prior expertise to guide me. I really appreciate the work you have put into this site and the comprehensive help you are offering. Thank you very much, Emery. Aman would be sharing a link with you. If you can put the same comments to our review part. We have a review part, the same thing. If you can copy paste it, it will help a lot. I understand that Job and Mastery straight away come from my heart. I understood with so many people that this is the gap is there. And then I created a course there. And then I also understood that everybody need to go through this course because this is what will help us. Then I thought that I should not be putting any charge for all the people. I should offer them as a complimentary. And from last 2 years, the course value is minimum. First of thing, it's nowhere available in the world. No one else is covering that. stuff which we are doing it. And if somebody is doing it, they are charging somewhere 1 to 1.5 lakh for it. But I want to offer it free because it generates value for the students. Aman, please share the link with Emery so that she can share this feedback on our review portal. Sukhvinder is asking, can I learn both FI and CO in the same time? Now, FI or CO, we call it as FI/CO module, but basically it would be 70% or 70 to 80% it would be FI and 20% it would be CO. If you need to have expertise in CO, you need to do an expertise course in CO. Not only with us, with any institute or even with SAP curriculum also, FI/CO is focused on basically 70% FI. And if you need a specialization in CO, you need to do a separate course. So in this course, it would be 75% FI and 25% CO you will be learning. The basics of CO you will be learning. If you want to go in depth, you need to do a separate course in CO. We also have a separate course, self-paced, available in CO. I have two hand raised, just hold on, let me answer a few of them. Please don't do direct message to me. Message to everyone so that my team would also be able to respond back. How many years required to have advanced courses like IBP, PPDS, etc.? So Aditya, it depends on case to case. Let's say if somebody comes to me and he said that I have already working in operations, I have a very good experience. I'm working as a planner for 3 to 4 years, 5 years in supply chain, and I have worked on to these kind of planning scenarios. That guy can go for IBP immediately. Straight away also I can recommend him. Go for IBP, and later on you also learn SAP S/4HANA PP also. So if you have a very good operations experience onto the planning sides, you can go straight away with IBP also. PPDS still, I would say, because the interface is same as the PP, it's part of S/4HANA. For PPDS, first learn PP and then go for PPDS. For IBP, the strong recommendation, if you're not from the SAP background, strong recommendation would be first learn SAP PP and then go for IBP. Thank you, Vinod, for your appreciation. Puru is asking, do you have a stream of PEO module? As of now, we don't have a PEO module. Sorry for that, Puru. I have a question from Karthik. I have done SAP MM course, but I am interested in getting into SAP TM as I am from logistics background. Yes, after MM, you can do TM. Although we suggest that if you want to learn TM, SD has a more integration because transportation is more used into the outbound side. Inbound also it is used, but 80% you will see for outbound, it is more focused. The transportation is more focused. That's why we said combination of SD and TM works well. But after MM also, you can go for TM if you have a very strong logistics transportation exposure. You can go ahead, Karthik, for TM. If you say that logistics warehouse, you have a more exposure, then you should also think about of EWM. I have a question from Srinath. Hi, Parminder, I want to learn SAP FICO. I have any dependency function module to learn to prior to SAP FICO? No, you can straight away learn FICO. If you have a basic background on accounting, you can straight away learn FICO. Ashutosh is asking, please share the link of AI impact on SAP. AI impact on SAP is the last session. You can check it on the Step Up Circles. If you log in, Ashutosh, into the Sastragi Teachable platform, there in the Step Up Circle, we have put it the impact of AI. You can directly check there. Or Aman, please help with the link. Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos. Parminder, you told about the book for communication. It is Dale Carnegie is the writer, and generally it is near me, but I think my daughter has taken. I put it very near to me. No, it is not into my bookshelf. Okay. How to influence people and make friends. That is the book name. I think I have mentioned there in the soft skills. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And it's very cheap. It's 100 to 150 rupees book is there, and very good book. I prefer it for I prefer it for everything. It will improve your working. It's a book for life, which everyone should read. Okay, now I'm just taking a pause. Let me check if some hands are raised. I will give them chance to unmute. As of now, I don't see. Okay, I have one hand raised, Basfaraj. Basfaraj, please go ahead.
Sir, I graduated in 2018, sir, mechanical engineering.
Mhm.
After that, I don't have any work experience till now.
Graduated in 2018 in mechanical engineering, and you don't have any experience as of now.
Yes, sir. Is there any possibility to get a job in SAP?
Yes, you can do so. Sorry, mechanical engineers, I generally prefer them or recommend them to go for SAP PP.
Not
Because
MM,
they-
sir. MM.
Mhm.
Now, what about MM, sir? Like sourcing and procurement.
MM, I would not recommend you. I would, if you have any exposure into, because you have not worked anything, so it means that sourcing procurement exposure you don't have it. And
Yes, sir.
MM in general is so crowded because so many people are doing MM, right?
Okay.
So
Yes.
that's why the mechanical engineer, civil engineer, electrical engineer, I try to push them into the PP side, because PP, it's a niche skill. There are very less people who are opting to PP. And there is some background required for the little bit of manufacturing knowledge is required, which you learn in your 7th semester as a industrial engineering subject.
Yes, sir.
And if you have done the internship, you might have also done it during the internship also. Some manufacturing industry exposure, you might have got it, right, during your internship. That's why I try to ask mechanical engineering people to do PP. PP is tougher than MM, but getting a job is more easy in PP compared to MM, because your background will also support PP.
Okay, sir. But what about placements, sir? Exactly.
Mhm.
Like, what about placements?
What about placement? So we cover the placement through SAP Job and Mastery. So we have created a course as SAP Job and Mastery, which will help you to get placed. You are a fresher, so what I would suggest you that you should go for internship program.
Okay, sir.
With internship program, at least you would be able to showcase that you have done one internship, you have done one end-to-end implementation under the internship. That would be adding some value to your profile. That would be helping you to getting selected in one of the companies.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sure, Basfaraj. Thank you for asking.
Okay.
Okay. Next we have is, just give me a minute. Next we have is Pawan. Pawan, please go ahead.
Hi, Parminder. So, Parminder, actually, I've done my bachelor's in India, and right now I'm doing my master's in US. I'm doing my MBA. So the thing is, like, I don't have prior experience in accounting, but I have done my bachelor's in commerce, and now I'm doing my master's. MBA also into finance. So I want to start SAP FICO. So will be that will be I able to get jobs after doing this course, or doing certification into FICO? Because
Yes.
I don't have prior experience in accounting background.
So do you have any experience?
Yeah, I do have experience, but not related to accounts.
Which part you have experience?
I worked as a data analyst.
Data analyst for how many years?
Yes, like more than 4 years for Tech Mahindra.
4 years as a data analyst.
Yes.
So what kind of business data you have done the analysis? Which part of it business it belongs to?
Okay, it was into the Microsoft Bing search engine related data, and also like Microsoft Teams related data.
Okay, it's a generic data rather than to any business operations.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I got it. So Pawan, if you want to go ahead with SAP FICO, you can go ahead. From
Mhm.
which country you are doing your masters?
US.
US you're doing. So US would be the little bit more competitive one comparatively.
Okay.
So you can
Yeah.
go ahead with SAP FICO. There is no issue with doing a course in SAP FICO.
Mhm.
You need to little bit brush up your accounting skills,
Okay.
and then you would be able to go ahead with SAP FICO course. And the experience in Tech Mahindra, once you go through with the either you go with the internship program or when you have done the job and mastery, you need to little bit change your Tech Mahindra experience and showcase relevant to some SAP FICO. That will help you to get some interview calls first in the
Okay.
market, and then later on you would be able to clear the interview calls. To clear the interview calls, you need to really work on deeper. As SAP FICO
Okay.
and in the SAP Job and Mastery, you need to really go in deeper because US market is more competitive compared to India market. So the expectation which as the US market you would be having would be more compared to India market.
Okay. And do I need to like do any prerequisite course before starting this training for FICO? Or
You can do it as a prerequisite or you can do it as a post. One training which I will strongly recommend you is overview of not overview, that is functional modules for solution architects. Okay, so why this module? And specifically I'm telling to US because what I have seen my US candidates are when they are going for the interviews, they have been asked with the other modules also. Okay, in FICO is fine, but do you know this thing in MM? Do you know something in SD also? They are not
okay.
interested that you should be knowing a deeper of those ones, but you should be having an overall idea that what is that module, what are the business processes, that idea you should.
Okay.
So functional module for solution architects would be helping you to understand the different modules from the high level, so that you would be able to showcase some basics of SDMM. If it is asked in the interviews, you would be able to say that some basics you know.
Sure. Sure. Yeah. Thank you so much, Parminder.
Sure, that is for Pawan. Going ahead next with Vijay. Vijay, please go ahead.
Hi, Parminder.
Sorry, it's Vijay. Sorry.
Yes, it's Vijaya.
I beg my pardon.
Yeah. Okay. In internship program, I saw that 6 months experience letter you are providing. So is it experience letter or internship letter?
Internship letter.
Okay.
Internship letter. That internship
from
letter.
Shastra Geek.
From Shastra Geek. That internship letter will only help you if you are a fresher.
Okay, okay.
If you are already working somewhere, then you need to go with the SAP Job and Mastery the way we have suggested in Job and Mastery, that you should be able to mold your existing experience to showcase rather than showing an internship experience from Shastra Geek. The knowledge you can take from the internship, but that knowledge you can mold into your previous experience and then showcase it.
Okay. Actually, I don't have any experience and I did my master's in 2004. I completed at the time. Till now, I did not work anywhere. So I did ECC, SAP SD ECC. So I'm planning to join in S4 HANA SD. So is it okay to join?
When have you done the SD ECC?
Recently, actually, I started almost 1.5 years to learn SAP SD ECC.
Okay, so if you are not doing any work, I will strongly recommend to go for internship. That would be giving you a lot of insights what a consultant does, and you would be able to showcase some experience. That 6 months of internship experience you would be able to showcase.
Okay, and so I'm planning to join this April session, this training course. So before that, I want to talk to you about my career. So can you provide some time after before this training starts?
Okay, if you want to ask, you can feel free to ask it right away.
This only whether it's okay to do the course. It's long gap, almost 15 years, more than 15 years. So
So see, the gap
Every
of more than
company-
15 years is definitely would be challenge for you. I don't want
Yes.
to put some false picture. It will not be that very easy thing. It would be very
Mhm.
difficult. It would be tough. It would be challenging because the gap of
Mhm.
15 years is there. Might be only SD will also not work out for you.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
We might be asking you that after doing SD, you pick it up TM and also learn SAP TM. But then you would be having a 2 modules combination, which is little
Mhm.
rare in the market. And then your chances of getting interview calls and getting selected would be higher.
Okay, actually, I'm planning to take the Mastery and Excellence in SAP SD. Is it
With
okay
that
or?
profile, I would recommend you take a mastery of SAP SD and then
Mhm.
take the TM mastery.
Okay.
Okay,
Then
that
when
will
will
give you because combination of 2 modules works better than having a expertise knowledge in 1 module. With that 2 combination also, the support team would be able to offer you the internship program.
Okay, yeah. So I'll join those two. Yeah, thank you.
Sure, Vijay. Okay, next Manish Arora.
Hello, sir. I am Manish Arora, and actually, I have a software testing experience. But I got an opportunity to work with SAP. Currently, I'm doing the MDM Master Data Maintenance. And can you tell me which course I should do, which is related with my previous experience, so that I can grow accordingly? And that previous experience uh, gives me a edge in SAP.
So you are doing a master data management, and before that, what you have done? Sorry, I missed that.
I was in software testing.
Software testing.
Right, sir.
Okay, which software testing?
I have done web-based applications, mobile applications, and uh, we- all the manual testings, and agile. We have a methodologies like agile. We have worked on agile and waterfall model. But recently I have moved to SAP, and that is a different part. This is MDM, and I got an opportunity to work on MDM Master Data Management.
So you're working on MDM master data management, or you're working on SAP MDM tool?
Master Data Management.
Master data management tool.
Yeah. No, not tool. It is a support like material creation, material extend, vendor creations, vendor extend.
You use the
Like-
MM01 or those
Yeah,
transactions?
yeah, MM01, MM02 for updations, and XK01, XK02.
So
Like this.
material is involved, vendor is involved. What
And
else? is
customer
involved?
is involved.
Customer, what else?
These are the things.
Okay, so with that experience, you should go for SAP S/4HANA sourcing and procurement course. And then I would request you that once you complete that course, your previous experience of testing, just add it that you has worked as a testing consultant in the test phases rather than web testing. You should mention that you have done the SAP testing
Okay.
as a MM part, sourcing and procurement, different scenario testing you have done. In our SAP Job and Mastery, there is a section for the testing which will help you to prepare for it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Manish. Yeah, Pradeep, go ahead.
Hello. I'm Pradeep from Hyderabad. I'm qualified chartered accountant working in this industry since last 15 years. From client side, I have 2 experience in one steel industries and now in construction industries working. And with implementation team, I have an experience. Now, my employer want to implement within next 1 year FSCM or Treasury TRM module. So I am heading that department. So before the starting, I want to learn in a better way. But in this entire module, there is no foreign exchange, because this foreign exchange part is not too much in our business cycle. Other than this, all area covered. So whether you have any structured course in this area, cash management and FSCM TRM.
FSCM TRM, we don't have any course as of now. We did one awareness session on FSCM TRM, but that the guy who has done is very senior, and then we did not get chance to, he is not able to give time to have a training, full batch training done. So as of now, FSCM and TRM, we don't have a courses available. Okay.
Okay.
But you can drop a email to support team. They can check with our partner. We have some partner courses. We can have a look that if it is available in our partner courses, which we can recommend it, we would be able to let you know a partner course. Partner course means Shastra is not giving, but we have a partner institute which we trust with a very good trainers that will recommend it to you.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay, Vinod, just going through with some of the questions. Ashutosh is asking, can I do IBP after experience in MM? Yes, you can do, Ashutosh. Someone free is asking that whether you can have a recording of this exercise. Yes, this session we have discussed that we would be also recording on YouTube, this particular session. Otherwise, all the sessions of Step Up Circles are only available through the Step Up Circle recording. But this session we will also be uploading on YouTube, so that YouTube link also you will get it. Okay, by the time I'm going through the questions, Pradeep, you can go ahead.
No, sir, there is no further question. This is the only question.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Then please, if the question is done, you can lower the hand. I hope Manish question is also done. I'm lowering the Manish hand. Samir, you have not joined the audio. I will check if you have a question on the chat. Yeah, I got a Samir question. Start with okay, Samir, now you might be able to unmute, but I also got your question on the chat. Start with the MREC Cognizant has for the moment. Okay, Samir, you can go ahead. I think that's a generic communication you have given to people that there is some requirement in Cognizant, people can approach there. Okay, Samir is not able to unmute. I'm going ahead with Shyam. Shyam Sankar.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Hi. I have around 15 years of experience in P2P area. Mostly, I've been working on the indirect procurement with the Ariba. So recently, I got laid off, and I'm actually looking for. But then, what happened is, last 2 years, I didn't get a chance to work on a procurement. I mean, not on Ariba, because I've been. The company has their own internal procurement tool, so I've been working on that. And even I worked on the distribution systems, their internal distribution systems. But then now when I'm searching for a job, Ariba is actually kind of converted, like they are mostly using SEC module, which is on the direct procurement. I've been working with Ariba integrated with the SAP system as a backend ERP, but I didn't get a chance to work on too much on the SAP side, but I know some screens, okay, where we have to go and verify and all those things, and outbound creation, all those things I know a little bit. But then, as I said, I am actively doing a job search now. And wherever I am looking for Ariba, I am seeing S4HANA procure to pay opportunities where I don't have SAP experience. And Ariba, the conventional modules, I am not seeing much opportunities. They are asking for SCC experience, which I don't have. So can you please suggest me where to, I mean, what should be my way of studying or getting the experience on the SAP modules to get into a job soon?
So Shyam, your experience in Ariba is as a consultant or it's as a end user?
No, it's a consultant. I've been working, I started my career as an Ariba developer. Then I become a business analyst and mostly on the consulting side.
Mostly into the consulting side. So how many years of consulting experience in Ariba?
Around 13 years. I mean, last 2 years I didn't work on Ariba, but apart from that, I've been working only in Ariba.
Yeah, so what I would suggest you strongly that you continue your search on Ariba and parallelly you learn SAP S4HANA sourcing and procurement mastery course. So what happened, even this is happening with the SAP resources also, we have a lot of people, we have trained SAP own company people, they are pushing all the people of Ariba to learn SAP S4HANA sourcing and procurement. So if you will see that in the SAP arena, how many clients who has been adopted to S4HANA sourcing and procurement is that much. So the volume is that much. But how many clients who has opted for Ariba, that is that much. So the volume for the Ariba is lower and volume for the sourcing and procurement is higher, which does not mean that you will not get a job in Ariba. You will get a job in Ariba, but if you do sourcing and procurement, then your width would be higher. You can also opt for SAP S4HANA sourcing and procurement, and you also can opt for Ariba. And you would be a perfect suit where Ariba and S4HANA both are there. If somebody is required as a solution architect level or the lead level who knows both of the modules, you would be a perfect fit for them.
Okay. Do I need to go for MM first and then go for S4HANA? Because as I said,
Directly
my
SAP
time is
S/4HANA.
limited. I need to.
Directly
Sorry.
SAP S4HANA sourcing and procurement mastery.
Okay. And this course starts on 22nd. Can I be, can I join for the mastery course?
Yes, you can join.
Thank you. I will. Thanks a
Sure.
lot.
Sure, Shyam. Thank you. Pratik, you can go ahead. Samir, are you able to speak now?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, Pratik, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Actually, I'm having opportunity from MNC product-based MNC for the SAP testing. Okay, so I built my resume as per the SAP job and mastery, and I right now I'm working as a core user. I showed my experience as a support consultant. So I'm having opportunity for SAP testing. So should I join or wait for a SAP consulting profile?
Join it.
Okay. So, but I don't know about what is being in testing in SAP actually. Because they have mentioned we will have to work on waterfall methodology, agile methodology, Jira, but I don't have knowledge on all these things. I have only knowledge on end-to-end life cycle knowledge on PP. So how
you've been already selected, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So how will I deal with Jira and waterfall methodology, agile methodology?
Okay, so if you have gone through the job and mastery, some idea you will get it from there, from the job and mastery. Okay, and second thing, you will be getting it there when you will be joining in. They would be giving you some training to understand those tools.
The thing is that I'm joining as a experienced, so they will have a expectation from my side to, and they have already said that I will have to work on a lot of documentation and all.
Still, they will be giving you training. Have you shown that you are expert on Jira?
No, but I have shown that I am working as a consultant.
With the 13 years of experience, when I started working on Jira, they gave me training.
You're going
Uh,
with the core user experience. I went with the 13 years of consulting experience.
so basically, in testing, will there any configuration, or I will there will be only knowledge of end-to-end life cycle of a PP? It's sufficient.
So
Like
you need to understand, Pratik, that people have a very miscommunication about a consulting role. A tester can be a full-fledged consultant role, but his role would be to test whatever the things has been given. The
Okay.
first role which I have done, I have done as the implementation. I was not have any access to do any configuration in the system. Okay, I have not have any access to do any configuration in the system. That kind of roles as a in the implementation, I have done the 3 roles where I was not having access to do the configuration in the system. There was another team who was sitting. We need to raise a request to them. We need to send them into the Excel. They do the configuration. Then I have also done in my consulting career, I have done as a 2 years, more than 2 years as a test factory lead, where we have developed a test factory, where we were having a SAP consultant. And to make sure that it was a big rollout, we need always some consultant to do always a testing. So we put it some consultant there. So I think I'm not sure why you are having doubts in your mind. The profile is very good. In between, if you have something else on hand before you are joining, you can reconsider it. But if you don't have anything else, this is a pure consultant role, which you should jump in. You would be getting a lot to learn there, because right now I feel whatever the things you have shown, but right now you are at 0, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
this profile will be giving you a lot of things to learn.
And second thing is that, sir, they have also expectation of I will have to prepare test scripts, test plan, and test scenario. So I don't have that
And
much
you have
of-
expert on, you are expert on that, right?
No, I don't have expertise on all that. I have a basically they have asked the question about PP
So, but
front
you have
end,
gone
like
through the videos, right? The testing videos.
yes, yes, from the Job and Mastery.
So then you should be expert on this test plan, test script, right? Why you said you are not expert on that?
Actually, I have gone through that video, but I didn't have any hands-on experience on making the script and test plan. So that's why I'm saying.
So you try to create now, open an Excel sheet, and the way we have shown a test script, just try to create on your own.
Okay. Yes.
Nobody is stopping you, right? Just an Excel sheet,
Yes.
right?
Because yeah. Okay. So I will. I will have to join and work on that. Okay.
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos. The only thing you need, Pratik, is confidence.
Yes.
When I
That's
joined as
the
a
thing.
consultant, all these things, I also did it first time.
Yes. That's the thing. I'm having some lack of confidence and doubting, because from right now I'm working, and the fear is having. I'm like, if I'm switching, lifting my current job and going to there, and if I will not perform as per their expectation, if they will fire me, then what will I do? Actually,
Yeah, think now, what will you do? Think
yeah,
what will
because
you do? You joined and they fired you, what you will do? You will look for another job, right?
yeah, but
What is your current job?
I'm as a super user working on PP. Like
Super user working in the operations in PP, right? How many years?
yeah, 4 years creation of routing and
What is your current package?
7 lakh.
7 lakh. In 4 years, you have reached 7 lakh, right?
Yes,
So you see
yes.
that the 4 years in SAP, you can easily reach 16 lakhs, 12 to 16, right?
Yes,
You have the
yes,
same
yes.
experience in SAP side. So SAP
Uh-huh.
gives you a lot of career opportunity, career growth is there. But when these upskill opportunities are there, there is also a risk, right? So you need
Yes,
to
yes.
ask yourself that Pratik is a guy who will take a risk, or Pratik is a guy who will regret later on.
Yes,
Just
yes.
ask, you want to prefer to regret later on, or you want to prefer to have a risk now? If you are a risk taker, take the risk and go ahead. But don't think a lot.
Yes, yes, yes.
If you are say that I will prefer to regret it, then it's your choice.
Yes. I can now. I'm understanding the thing. The thing is that when you have a lot of liabilities, then you have to think as well for all these things. What I'm saying.
You are married?
No, but I am the only source of income in my family. My father is not. My father and mother not in a service and all. So that's why I always a little worried on switching the job, like what will be happen and all.
So that is your call. I cannot take call on behalf of you, but the
Mhm.
recent guy you have here, that's and not only this guy who was saying, I have many people calling me and they said that they have been fired, they have been laid off from their current operations jobs, right? So that
Yes,
can
yes,
also happen, that in your from your current job also you can be laid off, right? What you will do?
yes, yes, definitely.
Think for the longer terms. I would also say that also think to have a parallel income streams also.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, that will only give you the job security. That will give you the peace of mind. Otherwise, nothing else can give you.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for my lesson.
sure, Pratik. Sure, Pratik. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Moving next to Shrikar.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Shrikar.
Hi, my question is like I am into SAP stream for last 6+ years. So I am into totally technical side, like SAP BODS, the data services they call it as.
Mhm.
So I'm totally into the data side, dealing with the, like migrating the objects. So I'm like little bit interested to come into the functional side, like kind of a techno-functional roles.
Mhm.
So I'm like little bit interested into to learn into the EWM. So what I had research on learning the EWM is like I have to learn MM, WM, IM, and then EWM. So I was not able to connect them properly. So this was a quite good session. Like what are the things to be done before moving or switching or upgrading upskills ourselves. So I thought of asking you this question.
Okay, so the question I will ask you, Shrikar, that from where the EWM come?
I don't have much exposure on the functional side. That is the reason I'm just asking. I'm few technical guy, so I'm just starting
Maybe somebody
exploring.
have suggested you for EWM, right?
Yes.
Yeah, somebody has suggested you for EWM, right? So who has suggested you? From where EWM comes? That's what I want to understand.
He's like an MM guy.
MM guy, he suggested key. There's a lot of opportunities in EWM, right?
It's like if you want to upgrade or if you want to upskill from this side, so this might be helpful. So you also do your research part. Don't blindly come into this part.
Yeah, so in BODS also you handle a lot of different kind of data. So
yes,
have you handled the vendor data, material data in BODS?
Yes.
Okay, then I think it's good. If you want to go for EWM, first do the SAP S/4HANA sourcing and procurement, and then move ahead with the EWM part. So that two-step ladder you can take it to do with sourcing and procurement first, and then going ahead with EWM.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
that sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
you. Before moving ahead, I'm again asking Samir, your hand is still raised. Do you have any question? Okay, I don't hear anything from Samir. Let's move ahead. Rajesh, please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Hi, Parminder. So actually, I just want to ask, means like in today's competitive world, if I'm having, I have just learned SAP FICO course. So apart from the course knowledge, do we need to have any ABAP knowledge also to show as a experienced consultant or to stand out from the crowd?
So apart from the ABAP knowledge, is it?
No, means I am from the I have total 11 years of end user experience on SAP. So I have just thought to pursue my profile into IT. So I did my SAP FICO course. Okay, so now just looking for a consulting role the next role for consulting, currently working as an end user. So just preparing myself. So just want to understand, means do I need to have ABAP knowledge, means a little bit of ABAP knowledge also to get stand out from the crowd?
No. So if you have FICO you have already done, and you have 11 years of end user experience.
Yes.
Have you gone through our SAP Job and Mastery program?
No, not actually.
So what you do, you opt for the SAP Job and Mastery. Okay, the link is shastrageek.com/JHM. ABAP, I recommend everyone to go for ABAP, but a little bit later on when you're going ahead with the solution architect path with techno-function consultant knowledge, you can go ahead with the ABAP. But right now, I think with the end user knowledge, if you can also put it some end-to-end experience and that you're having exposure to end-to-end project implementation that you would be able to add in your profile, that will make you stand out.
Okay, sounds great. So should I join, means the Shastrageek Job Hunt Mastery, right?
Yeah, that is a self-paced course which you need to go through by yourself.
Okay. And means like, as I have also participated in my company, a lot of projects, as an end user, as a tester, I have interacted with consultant and ABAPers also, just to give some logic, just to build some logic also. So I have that much of knowledge. So is it enough for me to show me as a experienced consultant, or means anything else I need to gain some knowledge on the consultant part?
So no, that why I'm saying you, because when you will go to the Job and Mastery, a lot of
Mhm.
11 years experience which you have telling, and Rajesh, you are having a very good experience. Okay, the
Yes.
only thing is that this experience need to be presented in a right way. If you will present in the same way as the end user, I have done end user, people will
No.
not give the value to it,
No,
right?
actually I'm planning to show it like 3 to 4 years of consulting. I want to convert that few 3 to 4 years experience as a consulting.
That SAP Job and Mastery exactly will help you to convert your experience into the consulting experience. Because when you will say 3 to 4 years of consulting experience, they will be
Mhm.
also asking a lot of questions to you. Apart from what
Okay.
you are explaining, right? What was the team size? What different phases happen? What you have
Yes.
done in that phase? Whether you have worked in functional specification document, how the testing has been done, whether you have participated in the EPIC test. A lot of things would be asked considering that you have 3 to 4 years of experience. So that
Okay.
course would help you to justify your 3 to 4 years of experience.
Okay, great.
Okay, and that course will also give you a lot of keywords which you should add it at this project activities you have done when you're showing 3 to 4 years of experience.
Okay. And means like, as I have my designation mentioned on my letter, appointment letter, so would that be matter in my next coming company where I will be looking for the role? So they will just check for the also verify the designation, like I was working as a senior account executive and then team lead finance. So would that be matter, or it will put me into some kind of risk, or what?
See, they would be giving you a form where you need to fill that, okay, what was your previous company designation on role. So you can type it, you can mention exactly what designation in your previous company has been given. And in the role description, you can mention that it was a SAP related role. That's the one thing you need to tell, that, okay, the designation is something which has been given in your in your profile, which will be there in your experience letter. That designation, the role explanation you can write, you have done SAP work, right? Second thing, they would also be asking the 2 references from your company. That 2 references, they might be calling or they might be checking email. At that point, they can check that what kind of role this guy was doing. Then they need to tell that he was working on to the SAP side. Okay. Okay. So these 2 names, email address, phone numbers you will give, that would be important.
Okay, so that 2 reference also needs to be from the consulting side or from the end user side?
No. That would be from your previous company. Anyone from the previous company who can justify that, okay, what you have done.
Okay.
What
Fine,
you have
fine.
mentioned in your profile, the same thing you should talk.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Okay, sure, Rajesh.
Yeah.
Okay, Puru, let's go ahead.
Hi, Parminder. I am actually a data architect. I've been working for quite some time now, about 17 years of experience in data as a data architect. In the past, 10 years ago, I have dealt with supply chain data for a retail company. And currently, I'm exposed to drug production data in the pharmaceutical industry. What would be your suggestion if I wanted to switch my game to SAP?
When you say data architect, what kind of work you do it?
Data modeling, maintenance of
What kind of data model?
stuff like that, data warehousing data models and MDM data models, storing the data and facilitating the data for various applications inside the organization. Where it be the production of drugs, even in that area, there is a little bit of supply chain, where the production happens in a particular industry and stuff like that.
Which tools do you use it?
We have Informatica MDM tool, and I also use Informatica and databases in the end. I'm responsible for maintaining all the databases and models and facilitating the data movement in those databases with the architecture from the data flow. And
now you want to jump as a functional consultant?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
What is the reason? Why do you want to jump as a functional consultant?
I'm bored of doing that. I just wanted to explore new avenues.
Yeah, that happens, that one kind of thing, especially if it is too technical, you're doing it on it and then it's bored, right? So functional consultant would be a little bit more exciting job, because every 6 months, a year, the new project, new client will come, new challenges, new countries rollout will come, a lot of new people, you need to do a lot of discussions. That way it would be better. Your thinking is correct. So the thing comes key, I would say you can go ahead, but don't leave your existing job to get a functional consultant role.
Okay.
Continue with the existing job, and then we'll work on to your skill set so that you can get a functional consultant role. So which module you think from the today's discussion will suit you?
My personal perspective is production planning is what I'm looking at.
Okay. Why production planning?
I've seen some data related to production and how they plan ahead and how they integrate with the current existing systems, and also in US a lot of production is also coming up. I thought it would be beneficial a little bit in the growth.
Yeah, so I would say that you can go ahead. Your thinking is right. You can go ahead with the production planning course, SAP PP course, because that is a module where the experience is also respected. And within your BODS, whatever the experience, not BODS, within your data architect and then Informatica experience you have, whatever the more examples or more things you can showcase related to PP data, BOM, production versions, routing, work centers, that would help you to get you a next job.
Got you.
Yeah. So your thinking is correct. You can work on it.
Thanks. It's very helpful.
Yeah. Once you complete PP, through Job and Master, you would be putting your profile ahead. And if you're getting any challenges, then we'll be having a next set of discussion, what you should do after that.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate your help. I'll be looking forward to talk to you. That's great.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Going next to Ishwaran. Ishwaran is not able to do. Going next with Ashutosh.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, Ashutosh.
Sir, recently you said materials management module is overcrowded. Okay. And I belong to MBA operations. I did my MBA in operations management. And it is really hard to search job in materials management, right? I have done a lot of research on LinkedIn, and I came across to people who have done materials management and gained their certification and still searching for the job.
Mhm.
And they are not getting. So what do you suggest me on my academic background? Which module should I go for getting job in a very less time after doing certifications?
Do you have any operations experience?
No, sir, I don't. I just have my domain knowledge and don't have any experience with me. I'm a fresher, right?
When you say domain knowledge, what do you mean?
Domain knowledge means I have done a little project on total quality management in a very little manufacturing company.
Mhm.
And just that knowledge I have. Right.
How many months?
It was about 6 months. Sorry, 4 months.
And what makes you think about MM?
I just came across some articles, and then I thought MM module should be a suitable option for me. But due to current scenario, due to the recession happening in the European countries, and that has impacted to Indian IT market also, I can't. I'm not seeing any vacancies for materials management consultant right now.
Mhm. Okay, you can't see the vacancies for the material management consultant. I don't feel is the right statement. Maybe you
Okay.
don't feel that the vacancy for the freshers are not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir, basically, I mean to say that it is very hard to get opportunity as
first job.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay. So it was when I started that time also it was hard. It was not that hard, but now it's becoming
It's
more.
not just hard, sir. It is barely a zero opportunity as a MM consultant to start, because I want to start first. When I get experience, then I will get more opportunities, right?
Yeah. So
as I can see, there are only opportunities which are having 2 to 4 years experience on LinkedIn.
Okay, so Ashutosh, that in TQM manufacturing 6 months of experience which you have done,
Yeah.
did you came to know about the manufacturing processes?
No, I don't have any core knowledge about it. I have done my MBA in logistics, supply chain management.
No, I'm talking about TQM manufacturing which you have done. TQM project you have done, right, for 6 months?
Yeah. It's a spices company. It was a spices company. It's a spices manufacturing company.
So you have a exposure to the manufacturing?
Not that much. I did that project on a management side only.
Management side only. Okay.
Yeah.
And what is your education background? Bachelor's in?
I did my bachelor's in commerce and computer applications, which was an integrated course, and did MBA in operations management, which was supply chain management, logistics.
Supply chain management and logistics. Okay. So generally with your profile, if you say that in a manufacturing, I don't have much knowledge.
Yeah.
I suggest you either MM or SD if you want to start.
Okay.
Okay. MM would be the good one to get started. But your that thing is also right that the market is quite saturated. You need to make sure that you stand differently from others. That's where basically we'll be asking you to go ahead with either the internship program or the job and mastery. Internship program would suit you better, where you would be able to showcase that you have done some one end-to-end implementation, and with that help you would be able to get a job.
Okay, so eventually, sir, do you suggest me to undergo to MM module and get certified and then go to your internship program?
No, I suggest you to go for MM, get the internship, and if you want to do the certification in MM, before spending on the certification, I will suggest you spend on EWM.
Okay.
Do EWM and then do some certification, because 2 modules. You are in India, right? India, right?
Yeah. I'm speaking from India.
Yeah. So in India, 2 modules will help you more than a certification.
Okay.
Okay. So MM, internship, EWM, and then you should go for certification. With MM, internship, EWM, definitely you will get some opportunity.
Okay. So according to you, you are suggesting me to undergo training of materials management, sourcing and procurement, right? And then go to internship program.
Yes.
Okay. So do you offer any internship opportunities, sir?
Yes, we offer.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Yeah, we offer internship. I think the links has been already given, or you can just drop an email to support@shastrageek.com. They would
Okay.
be helping you out.
Okay, fine. Thank you, sir.
Sure. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Yeah. Do you have anything else?
Yeah. With adding to that, how much the approximate salary one can expect in materials management after 5 years of experience?
After 5 years of experience, it can be anywhere between 15 to 20 lakhs. Average.
Okay, average salary. Okay, sir.
Yeah, 15 to 20 lakhs. If you add EWM, it can you can also reach out in 5 years, 25 also.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure, Ashutosh.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Ishwaran, go ahead.
Yeah, Ishwaran. Thank you, sir, for giving me opportunity. Actually, I worked in out of country, abroad, Gulf and also I'm having 16 years of manufacturing plant experience, steel and chemical process plant. Even I worked in the engineering workshop, also operational, plant operational. I use 11 to 12 years SAP R3 plant maintenance module for almost 13 years. And also I use as an end user model. So in model, I was involved for everything, sales, materials, inventory, PRPO creation. In a plant maintenance model, I worked continuously for 12 to 13 years, along with the plant implementation, creating of each plant, starting from functional structure, equipment, BOM, creation of work center, master data, even each department, financial budget, everything we were implemented. And also I used as an end user, practically in the plant for 16 to 17 years in the manufacturing plant, steel rolling mill actually. So, but now after COVID 2019, I came to India. So, and also I'm having vast knowledge in mechanical, electrical maintenance plant experience, where I switched to SAP as a planner, senior planner for the plant. So now from 2-3 years, I'm not getting any job. Even I applied, I mentioned all in CV, but one of my friends told me, today I joined first time to your session. It was very useful. And I got a lot of queries and clarification. So I'm sure I will add value with my experience to any organization because I'm having vast experience in maintenance, also field experience, as well as in operation also. I am a post-graduation management and in operation management I have done, and I'm basically diploma electrical engineer. So according to your experience, so which core model shall I go? One of my friends told me there is no PM in your list, in your organization, plant model time being. But one of my friends told me he will.
So just first, let me ask you, Ishwaran. So have you tried applying as a SAP consultant, or you are still looking for end user roles? Ishwaran, I lost you. Anyone is able to hear Ishwaran? Okay, I will wait for Ishwaran to get connected back. Sanjay, you can go ahead meantime.
Sir, as per our discussion, I am completed my SD. Now working on TM and some configurations in our server, standard server, anybody is something doing. What is the, because all the SD process is not going to happen here.
What is the problem?
Because when we are going to fill up and pick up, it is not going to rectify in MMB. Invoice is creating, everything is creating in MMB, stock is not reducing, everything is going to happen like this. Then I am completed my 1 year experience in MM. Is it possible to jump, or may I wait for it for another 1 or 2 years? Because I am in a support role now.
So you are doing TM and you have gone through the SD and you have also gone through. So why you have not joined today's session to bring up your issues?
No. In morning I tried, but I'm not waited at that time.
Yeah, so
Morning,
that
today evening only I am tried in this thing, consignment process. At evening time it is given an error for.
So right now you have not reported that error to the Telegram group also, right?
No, error is not coming, sir. If error is going to come, then I am going to definitely do it in Telegram group.
So
Error
what-
is not displaying, but
Yeah,
it
so
is not
what
showing
I
in
would-
MMP.
So what I would suggest you, we have put it the weekend session specifically for that. So if you can do whatever the things you have done today, if you have done on Saturday, then you can bring it into the Sunday morning session. Your issues might have been resolved by this time.
Okay, thank you, sir. But
Okay.
what about my this thing? I am
So-
completed 1 year. Now
Uh,
may I put my resume or may I wait?
So in total, your consulting experience is only 1 year so far, right?
Yeah.
What is
But
your
domain
salary package?
experience is around 20 years.
What is your salary package?
5 lakhs now.
I think you should switch.
Switch now.
Yeah, switch. Yeah.
But I am not getting any confirmation letter from this fellow also, from my third party fellow also. And I am not getting any pay slips from them. And PF deduction is not going to happen for me. This is the problem what I am facing at present.
Why?
But
Why it is like that?
I do not know. But
You have a contract.
Yeah, contract.
You have a contract copy?
No, he is not given any contract copy, but they are ready to give the experience certificate from their company also, from this company also.
And you have a salary coming in your account, right?
Yeah.
So it's okay if they are giving the experience letter. I think that would be okay.
Because I am completed 1 year means then I have to jump, because 3 modules are there that I am thinking of jump within 6 months to another company. Because I am a diploma holder, that's I'm thinking also.
I think to correct your package, and because you also have a 20 years of experience, you need to do 1 or 2 jumps to have a correction in your package, so that you would be able to work for longer term in a company with a good package.
Yes, sir. Because now I am perfect with FS, all those things in MM, BAPE bodies. That purpose enhancement project also I had done from 1 year. That purpose.
Yeah, prepare for switch. Prepare for switch now and switch after 1 year. To switch you to it so that you correct your package.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sure, Sanjay. Okay, Shrikar and Balaji already had, I think you have already asked the question, right? If you have another, I'm lowering the hand for now, but if you have any another question which is not answered, you raise your hand again so that I will give you a chance. Okay, Shrikar, unmute yourself now.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So I forgot to ask you this question. You have this course called the Function Modules and Business Process in Nutshell, right? So that course will give me enough knowledge on all the SAP modules, or like is a little bit more specific to the limited modules? Because I just want, because as I said you initially, I'm totally into this technical side, right? I just want to understand few of the modules, not all of them, a few of the modules with respect to the loading part, the SS, MM, SD, the FICO, the EWM. So I was looking at least like what are the things will happen a little bit more in detail. So this course will help me to get enough knowledge on the function models, because I have done a lot of, as you said initially, a lot of information will also good for nothing. So I was not able to digest the information in a proper way. So that is what I was supposed to ask you.
Yeah, so Shrikar, what I would suggest you, this course which we have created for functional module course, this would be the overview of a module where we would be able to know what the module is, what kind of business processes it has, how it get integrated with the another modules, okay, and what is the generic terminologies which has been used as the different business processes in that particular module. That much of knowledge you would be getting it, nothing beyond that.
You mean to say the configurations will not be provided there? What is what, how it is integrated means?
If I
only
need to cover the configuration, then it's a mastery course. You understand, right? To cover the configuration, first I need to cover the basic process, then to the configuration. If I'm covering the configuration, then it does not make sense to not to cover the master data. Then it does not make sense to cover the, then it is a full-fledged course, right?
Yes. So the basic information which is required with respect to the modules, this course will give me enough knowledge, right?
Yes, yes, right.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks.
Sure. So Ishwaran, your question was in between. I was asking something to you and then you got dropped off.
There was some issue with my laptop. Sorry for that. I connected again. Yeah, I will continue.
No, what I was asking that whether you are applying as a functional consultant or you are applying it as a end user right now, the jobs you are applying for.
No, actually, sir, 16 years total I used as an end user completely. I'm mentioning in the CV, and I was a part of the trainer also in my plant to new employees how to use PM model completely. Became a mastery, taking data, how to use. Even we implemented creating starting from functional till the end of the SAP data. Even the material management, I was involved for training. Even I was using perfectly for 16 years. Inventory, sales, procurement, PRPO.
Still you are applying for end user, right?
Yeah, end user only I'm mentioning in my CV. So still 2 years I'm not getting any job. Actually, many people called me. So one of the gentlemen gave your number. So I thought of doing a procurement and resource, that MM, and also any other module I can go, means I can continue to gain some show as a functional consultant.
One thing you should immediately do before doing anything, Ishwaran, is the job and mastery. So that whatever the enriched 16 years of experience where you have done the implementation, where you have done the master data, you have trained the people.
Yes.
So you have done almost 60 to 70% of the work which a consultant does. So you can easily showcase those experience as a consultant.
And even in SAP, sir, we were taking monthly, weekly, yearly data, completely submitting to management, starting from material report breakdowns, including the equipment data, asset report, everything. The yearly, 6 month, all the reports we were involved completely through SAP only.
Yeah. So what I would suggest you that you make your primary module as a PM. And with the job and mastery, convert it as a functional consultant experience, and then apply as that you have experience, at least 5 years of experience in SAP PM module as a functional consultant, and then apply for the jobs, and let's see what is the feedback you get it. And then in parallel, you can also start learning the SAP MM mastery, sourcing and procurement mastery. MM and PM combination will work well for you, but your primary module, put it as a PM only. Second thing, job and mastery, anyhow, if you're taking MM mastery, sourcing and procurement mastery, job and mastery will get complementary. But I want you to immediately start with job and mastery.
No, job and mastery, which area, sir? MM or PM?
Job and mastery is generic. It's common for all modules.
Job and mastery is how many days, sir, duration?
It's 70 to 80 hours, of course, but it's self-paced.
There is no certificate, sir, for this?
Certificate of completion, we can provide it. It would be automatically generated once you complete it.
This total job mastery is only 80 hours total, huh?
Job and mastery is 70 to 80 hours, yeah.
So what about MM?
Sourcing and procurement. Sourcing and procurement is separate, 60 hours.
60 hours total, it will be in a weekend only and also weekdays.
Yes.
Okay. So I will do that first job mastery, then I will go for MM because ours is mine is I'm very much familiar in MM and PM, sir, because both are interlinked, for any, so for example, any motor field or any manufacturing, all is
No, no,
involved,
no,
mechanical
no,
repair, even
Job and
refurbishment.
mastery, you need to do it in parallel. And MM, because job and mastery is a part of the bundle. So when you will take the MM bundle, you will also get the job and mastery. So job and mastery is self-paced course, which you can start immediately. And this sourcing and procurement mastery will start from 22nd.
So when it will start, sir, job mastery this April?
Job and mastery is self-paced. You need to go through on your own.
There is no training class.
No, there is no live training class for job and mastery. If I do the live training class for job and mastery, also the total course will went beyond 200 hours. So I need to charge somewhere around 80,000 to lakh rupees for it, which nobody pays, and I don't want to people to pay that much amount of money.
So
Because
this
what happens, what I have noticed down, that the people who got succeed versus the people who has not got succeed. Only people who has gone through with my trainings, plus they have put in efforts from their side also. They have completed the assignment, they have gone through the videos, they have completed a lot of additional video lectures. Only those people are getting success. So if you think that you will be just sitting in my lectures, that will benefit you, it's not going to happen. You need to put effort from your side also.
This is a job mastery and PM is self learning through your website only.
Yes.
So how much is cost for this?
That you need to check with support team.
80 hours. Okay. So, but now with my experience, sir, I cannot mention as a functional consultant because I used it in a vast way, the PM and
That's
M.
what I'm saying. You need to mention it.
Okay. So this will start anytime, sir, the job mastery. There is no specific date and duration.
You enroll today, it start from today.
Is there any access all same, no? 3 months free?
No, job and mastery is 1 year access.
Okay.
1 year access to the platform. I think you need to have a word with the support team. They will help you better to understand how the bundle is.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you so much. Today's session was really, you clarified all the doubts and it went very well. We are very much happy. Thanks a lot. We'll touch you.
Thank you, Ishwan. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Let me quickly check if I have missed any question onto the chat. I have a question from Deep Gupta. Deep Gupta is still there, so I will quickly go through it and read it. Deep is asking, I have a super user experience in SAP MM and PM. Which module should proceed further for consultant? So you need to check which one is you having a more experience. If MM is more, first go for MM mastery. If PM is more, PM right now we don't have a course, but you need to go for PM related course. MM, if you don't have, if you say it's equal, I would say you go ahead with MM course first. But when you're preparing your profile, also highlight whatever the PM experience you have, because 2-module combination works very well. So go for MM because the MM range is wider deep, and compared to the PM has been implemented in the compared to the lesser number of clients. Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos. Samir, I have a question. I lost my job 1 month ago. My company wanted me to relocate, and I did not for family. I highly recommend applying for SAP jobs directly onto the company client website. Job LinkedIn do not help. Recruiters do not even get resumes until they sign up for paid recruitment. Okay. So this is a question from Samir. I think Samir has been dropped. Okay, I will leave because Samir has been dropped.
Deep is saying that I have done SAP MM course, got offer for purchase engineer role. Should I join? Deep, can you unmute yourself? I will give you a chance, and if you can explain me a little bit that what is your previous background and what kind of new role you have done, whether there is any difference in both. Yeah, Deep. Deep, not sure if you are speaking. I'm not able to hear. I have a question from Vijay Lakshmi. Can you provide guidance of our certification when you did internship from you? Yes. So when you will be taking an internship, you will be getting 2 bundles free from us. Basically, you take the 2 bundles so that you get the help on the internship. So it depends on that which courses you are doing it, which bundles you are taking it. With most of our bundles, it has a certification help available. Shekhar is asking, let me check if Shekhar is still there. Yes, Shekhar is still there. What is the exact difference between end user and functional consultant? Can anyone help me with your input? End user, Shekhar, is the one who uses the SAP. Okay, so the purchase requisition creation, purchase order creation, these are the end user job. Consultant would be configuring SAP system. Consultant would not be on the daily basis. He will not be creating purchase requisition, purchase orders. He would be configuring the system so that end user would be able to do the purchase requisition, purchase order, or the sales order. So he would be training the end user so that on the daily basis, they would be using SAP. Consultant would be configuring the SAP, and end user would be using SAP on the daily basis with the similar kind of job, day-to-day job they would be doing on SAP. Yes, we do have a certificate for mastery course, Pratik. Okay, so let me first go to Vinod. Vinod, you want to speak, right?
Yes,
unmute now. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. And, I can see that you're very dedicated and, helping everyone who joins your call. That's a very great, noble thing. Not many people are like you. So,
Thank you.
yeah, so let me, I'm trying to be strategic in what I'm doing, and let me give you a little bit of my background, where I am and what I'm looking to achieve. So my question would pertain to which certification I should take now. And let me give you a bit of background to that. I'm currently 64 years old, and I came into IT only in 2016. My first IT job was an SAP consultant. I did some basic training for 6 months. I didn't do any certification. I do not have any degree. It doesn't mean that I am dumb. I actually have a state rank from in my higher secondary, first in Chennai and 7th in Tamil Nadu state. But that's the past. So right now, what's happening is I'm in consulting. I'm with a major IT company. I've been a test lead since 2016. The role that I had brought with my current role was test manager role. So my forte is in project management. So I was planning to actually take a course in project management and get certified there. But what is happening is that from my company's side, they are looking for me to get a certification in S/4HANA, SD, automation preferably. So not necessarily should be automation, but that's the direction they are going. So in order to be strategic and keep my spot in the IT company, I need to meet what they are looking for, which is they're not looking for me to do a project management certification. They're looking for me to do a functional certification. So I have to meet that. My own desire is to get a project management certification. So maybe my strategy would be first, let me get over the functional part and then go for the project management certification. And that's where I can focus on my career for the next few years. Okay. So your course which you're starting on 22nd April. I think it may be a match for me. My goal would be to, get that certification. And once I do the certification, within my ID company, they have an assessment that I had to do with a bunch of questions which I had to pass. And so I'm done with that, So I met that goal, and that helps me to keep me with them because a lot of layoffs happening. And, there are many people who can fill my role, so I don't want to come to that situation, time-wise, I'm pretty lean on time in the sense, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. It's 10 to 12 hours on average. I'm in front of the computer. I have a team of 6 people offshore that I lead. So I do not have time at all during the week that I'm totally exhausted. Okay. Yes, if I had to do certification, I do have to devote time, and your weekend class, which is 6:30 a.m. IST, that is Sunday morning, which should be my Saturday 8 p.m. That will work, no doubt. So is it the right course for me to take, my SAP career since 2016, 2 years, I was an SD functional consultant, I was test lead role, then in beverage industry, then another project in procure to pay, 9 months with another beverage industry company, and there was just making test scripts and test scenarios and supporting UAT. And then I got into a role with the automotive. There I was making functional specs that lasted for 3 months. Then I got into a FICA role with the Coke, another beverage company. That due to politics, the company lost the account, and then I was laid off. I was trying to do my certification, and that time I got laid off. Then I got a project with the oil industry, quote to cash, and there I was a test lead for about 9 months. And then for the past 3 years, I've been having 3 projects: supply chain management, fashion industry, where I was a test lead, supply chain management, and FICO I was handling, and MM. And then the next one was a test manager role. And currently I'm having a plant maintenance role. I'm a test lead in plant maintenance. Okay, completely new. So a lot of varied experiences I'm having. So will your course help me to do that certification? How long do you think I would need to devote? I know you mentioned 40, 60 hours, so I don't know how that is going to pan out. If there's only like a weekend I can devote, and maybe if the day is right, maybe 1 or 2 hours during the weekdays at night time I can, but not, it has to be a day that I'm not committed elsewhere, So I'm trying to understand if, your course, if I start on 22nd, will that help me to achieve my goal,
Got it. So your experience is quite diversified, although you have started late, but you have worked into the different modules, and the testing side also you have worked. And I guess that you have exposure to plant maintenance, SD, sourcing and procurement, those, and FIC also. You mentioned that you have exposure to those modules. So that's very good and diversified experience. That's actually good. Now, coming to your target is you want to do the project management, which is basically the Activate course, and your company wants to get your SAP S/4HANA SD certification. But you have already worked as a SD consultant, right? It's not like that the S/4HANA SD certification will help you to work as a SD consultant, right?
See, right now, I had to keep my place in the company because layoff can happen to anybody anytime, projects are ramping down, right? So at least their expectation I need to meet so that they'll keep me. That is one strategy. But on my skills side, my forte is in project management. So I want to develop my skill there and keep landing those roles, But my resume, when I'm present to companies, I face challenge because I don't have a degree. So on that count, probably a certification in the resume can help counter that. Somehow I managed to, get around this situation without a degree and being able to continue, I don't know if my thinking is correct, but that's what I'm thinking. So I had to eat the frog, get this certification out of the way. but which certification would be ideal for me? Because my company's goal is different, my goal is different, you know?
I will first talk about your goal. For your goal, you go ahead with the certification of PMP plus Activate. PMP certification and Activate course itself, if you will do, or Activate course plus Activate certification, if you can do, that would be better. Activate is specific to SAP project management, and PMP is a generic project management course, which has a lot of value. PMP certification is having a lot of value. So once that is there as a project management, people would not be looking for your degrees.
So you don't offer that course or help in that with that certification, do you?
PMP?
Yeah.
No, PMP is project management work. PMI Institute is there, and you need to check you on your own that who can help you. There are the multiple institutes are there who can help you to get the PMP certification.
You don't have a partner institute that can help?
No, we don't have a partner institute that can help for that because that is a totally different stream.
Okay.
Okay.
And what about SAP Activate?
SAP Activate, we do have a course. We have a self-paced course for SAP Activate, which will help you out.
Okay. And do you think that can help me meet the goal of my company? They want me to do SAP S4 certification.
Now coming to your company's goal, company wants to do the SAP S4 HANA SD. They mentioned they want SD specific certification, right?
It may not be SD specific as long as it's S4 HANA, and maybe it's they're leaning towards automation, but they mentioned SD, but I don't think they'll be too hung up if I don't do SD. That's my impression.
Yeah, you can check with them if you do SAP Activate certification, if that would be okay, you can check with them. So all of our trainings, which we do, the live trainings or the recorded videos are there. That is not basically oriented for the certifications.
Okay.
We have created those curriculums so that you would be able to work in a projects with that knowledge. Okay, it's not a certification oriented course. So with that, they would be covering easily 50 to 60% of the content, which is also they are asking into the certification. But there would be more 30-40% content, which is too theoretical in nature, which you need to go through in books only, so that you would be able to clear the certifications. So what we do that we would be providing you the video lectures, which will be more focused on to make sure that you will be able to work as a consultant on the ground. And then for clearing the certification, whatever the standard books are there, that books we would be providing it so that you can go through the books. And most of our courses also comes with the certification help preparation, where basically you would be able to go through the questions, you would be able to practice yourself before jumping into the certification. So that kind of help would be there. But apart from videos, you need to also do a lot of self-study to get the certification done. Only videos or only the live session would not be helpful to clear the certification.
So, but if I take your course, which you're starting on 22nd, S4 HANA SD, right? And that you said 60-70% will help me towards certification, the remaining 30-40% to do apart from that, right?
Right, correct.
So, is it, the course number I saw TS452, which year is it?
TS
452, right?
No, it's the certification course is TS 462.
TS 462. That is for SD.
That is for SD, yes.
And 452 is for sourcing and procurement.
452 is sourcing and procurement. Yeah.
And which year it is? Because there are different years, right?
Latest, you should be going the latest one. You just ask our support team that before you're going with the certification, they would be checking if the certification questions are changing. We would be upgrading our tool with more latest certification questions.
Okay. So if I want to go Activate, then you said that you have the self-paced video courses, right? And that's a different price, isn't it? Right? Your mastery bundle, I saw on your site is about $347.
Activate is separate, that's right.
Activate is separate?
Activate is separate, yes.
Okay, so I should get in your touch with the support team for the pricing.
Yeah, support team will give you the right away. Support team, please share the link to Vinod for Activate training.
Okay.
They will share you right away, or they will drop you email.
Okay, so you said weekend and weekday you have. So weekend Saturday is not an issue. Weekdays, which weekday you will be continuing with those courses?
Weekday for SD it would be Tuesday morning, 6:30 a.m.
That's Monday night for us.
Yeah, that's Monday night for you.
And every week?
No, only Tuesday morning will be doing, and then it would be happening Sunday morning. So once this weekend session would be over, then we'll be having one session on weekday. That would be Monday evening for you, and one session on Sunday morning. That would be Saturday evening for you.
And it's like 1 hour, 2 hours?
2 hours.
2 hours. Okay.
2 hours. Based on the discussion, it can extend to 2.5 hours. So minimum 2.5 hours you should block. But if you don't want to participate into the discussion, you would be able to leave after 2 hours or 2 hours 15 minutes from the session.
Okay. And so we're looking at approximately 60 hours total, right? So
yes, approximately 60 hours of topics. Yes,
probably 3 or maybe 4 months also, right?
Right.
Okay, all right. I think I got some basic understanding, and thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you, Vinod. I have one question from Vijay Lakshmi. When we select 2 modules, SD and TM, whether we will learn these courses one at a time or both we will learn together. So if you are enrolling for the 2 courses, SD and TM together, Vijaya, we would be giving access for both of them together to you, and throughout the year, we have a live session. So we give you access to join the live session for a year. So you can try to join both of them together. If both of them is taking time for you, you can do SD first, and TM you can join in next iteration. So with these courses, you will be getting it more than 1 iterations to join. So we give access for 1 year. In 1 year, whatever the SD mastery session will be doing it, you would be able to attend all of them. So generally we have at least 2 to 3 iterations in a year. Same way for TM also, there would be 2 to 3 iterations in a year. If you miss this iteration, you would be able to join the next iteration. Pratik is asking, sir, how can I get my certificate? I have completed my course. It would be automatically generated. Once you completed the course completion certification would be automatically generated. Vijay is asking, I'm currently in US. Yes, we are in touch with the US consulting companies also. We would be able to refer and recommend you there. But from the open job market also, if you update your CVs properly, and if you have both SD and TM knowledge, Vijay, you would be able to get job from the open market also. But from our side also, we'll be forwarding your CV to the consulting company where we are associated. Pratik, I think you have one more question. Your hand is raised.
Yes, sir. Actually, my course has been already been 1 year. So I didn't got the certificate. If I will get it, it will be beneficial for me if I will upload in LinkedIn and all. So I didn't get yet.
Which course you have completed?
Mastery. On course has been already expired, I think, in March. I have taken that course in March 2022.
So maybe you have not completed all of the lectures, because once you complete all of the lectures, once you complete the last lecture, then the automatic certification is generated. Maybe that is pending, but that's not an issue. You can drop an email to support@sastrageek.com. They will help you out with the certification.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, because it will help me to get a little attention on LinkedIn if I will upload that certificate in LinkedIn.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I hope I have answered all of your questions. There was a lot of question onto the job. So we are starting with the new batches on 21st, but we will be continuing these sessions. The next session, we will try to do it, which is coming Sunday. Overview of AATP, Advanced Available to Promise overview we'll be doing in coming Sunday. Okay, so we'll see you all into the next session on AATP, Advanced Available to Promise. And for till now, we are ending it. If you are joining the coming Saturday and Sunday sessions for the new batches of SDMM PPFICO, I will also get connected with you next Saturday, 6:30 a.m. Thank you everyone for joining today, and we'll catch you in the next session. Bye-bye for now.